any boys no no amafo bi say Inaki Williams no eba ne say no koduru Athletic Bilbao otimi bobo ne sa o she go star obedu Black Star as a more border a big question yes so ye bisa nti de wo bia no fafa your WhatsApp line no on 0506 367 196 and now Bilbao any Atletico Madrid game the first leg na 1-0 to Bilbao the second leg no na is Atletico Madrid the one no mutimi overturning that scoreline but it was Bilbao that won the game by 3-0. Inaki Williams etwa today the kind nua Nico Williams and a man assist and a pine or carry two at them just in your form you combining to punish Bilbao in Sago no by in the 13th minute in the 42nd minute and Nico Williams no so a share the no so Inaki Williams and a returning favor no or the 2-1 or no so pine na that name Guru Zeta the Baku Kahu in the 61st minute and Roma Bilbao Dinkunim by 3-0. It means it's a Bilbao and a Mallorca and a Bilbao of the finals of the Copa del Rey. Cristiano Ronaldo NC kind and farmer Anasa so when you say 07 one match ban but womo any Al Hassim womo game no omoko ball 4-4 Ronaldo tinchen ohwe enti Anasa I drop 2-pointer we enye farmer womo bi say womo moda league in the top Al Hilal no womo nya embo game as at now Al Hilal 59 points or outstanding match ball Anasa about 22 matches Al Hilal about 21 Anasa 53 points enti now so anyway, but omutimi ebo 4-4 no enko ye fama womo. Games were whole this weekend in the various European leagues in Tiamo Biso and Tentem, a young French league. And Lyon and Lens at the so there be Monaco and PSG. Monaco and PSG. Big game. Monaco and PSG. Reims and Leo at the Bepem. So Clermont-Foot will take on Marseille. Toulouse and Nice the Bepem. So Brest will take on Le Havre. Now Montpellier so Strasbourg about Nantes and MS the Bebo and not Rennes and so will take on Lorient with Lyon taking on Lens. And all the games are in the French Ligue 1. The German Bundesliga so games are one and then the social say Freiburg and the Bayern Munich and the Beboani Bochum will take on RB Leipzig with Darmstadt engaging Augsburg. Heidenheim and Eintracht Frankfurt and the Beboani Mainz will take on Mönchengladbach with Union Berlin also facing Borussia Dortmund. Wolfsburg and Stuttgart and the Bepem so with Cologne also taking on the league leaders Bayer Leverkusen. Hoffenheim and Werder Bremen and so at the Beboani. In the Italian Serie A, it is Lazio coming up against AC Milan and now Udinese and Salernitana Bocna. Monza will take on AS Roma. Torino will face Fiorentina. Verona and Sassuolo at the Bepemso. Empoli will take on Cagliari. Frosinone and Lecce at the Babueni. Atalanta and Anwada Umudi Nkuku against Inter Milan and Mone Bologna and the Bebo. Napoli also a big game after winning 6 goals to 1 against Sassuolo. No, this time they are coming up against Juventus. Now Inter Milan and Sone Genoa at the Apemso. In the Spanish La Liga so games e wo ho no ene Chase Celta Vigo ni Almeria de bepem so Sevilla will take on Real Sociedad. Rayo Vallecano ni Cadiz de bebo ni Getafe so ni Las Palmas. Valencia will take on Real Madrid with Villarreal coming up against Granada. Atletico Madrid any Betis de bepem so na Mallorca any Girona de aboani. Athletic Bilbao big game e wo ho no. Wa wane Barcelona de bepem so na Osasuna so ni Alaves de aboani.
89.7 Max FM. Max FM. 89.7 Max FM.
And arguably the most exciting league in the world. So games the English Premier League. Brentford and Chelsea and Pim Sochna with Everton coming up against West Ham United. Fulham and Brighton and Newcastle will take on Wolverhampton Wanderers. Not Nottingham and Liverpool and Pim so. Tottenham Hotspur will come up against Crystal Palace. Luton Aston Villa with Burnley coming up against Bournemouth. Then there's the big one at the Etihad Stadium because it is the Manchester derby. Manchester City and Manchester United at a Bueni. And when maybe South say can Manchester United really survive against Manchester City? Say in a weekend or a call in the Premier League. Sheffield and so at Arsenal at a Pimso. Man City cannot afford to drop points in this game because of Arsenal and Liverpool. In the CAF Champions League, so now what we now the group phase now about area Al Ahly and young Africans and then the bepem so now Belouizdad from Algeria and so who still Mediema from Ghana 4 p.m. to so Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa and TP Mazembe and the Beboani from Dr. Congo. Pyramid from Egypt and then Wandibu Mauritania and the Bebo and Simba and so Juanin Galaxy at the bepem so with that would also come up against ASEC Mimosas from Ivory Coast. Now Esperance and so any Al Hilal Omdurman from Sudan at the Pem so Petro Atletico and Etoile de Sahel and so at the Beboani. Now, CAF Champions League, I can't one match now. The ninging now bury but group stages, group say ninging out here standards. Group A, TP Mazembe ready can with 10 points. Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa and so 10 points. Nwandebu and Pyramids now 4 points or more and that war and Tisa group on the TP Mazembe and Mamelodi Sundowns will qualify that. Group B, ASEC Mimosas and Chaumbaba Ghana. And then no Moba Ghana no. Omone Kotoko, Ebebo President's Cup, Bebo Nanedu. So many Kotoko, Nebebo President Cup. Yes, until after game on mobile board this weekend. No. Yeah.
I'm on private jet.
Okay.
After game, no. Straight
Omode Bakumasi.
Interested. The last time one of the organizers needing.
Okay. It's Omone Kotoko game near next week. It's na Kotoko crab bomb game and in term of Friday. No more year free or normal ball weekend. On the 5th. Yeah. It's just a day before set match. No, Mbosa game no. Kumasi Asante Kotoko versus ASEC Mimosas. Big game. But ASEC Mimosas, Omodi can qualify into the next phase. Omo 11 points. Simba from Tanzania, also second with 6 points. With that, Enso was 6 points. Juanin Galaxy, Enso was 6 points. So between Simba and with that, Omubia Ebetimi qualify ASEC Mimosas. So Group C, Petro Atletico, Omo 9 points. Esperance du Tunis, Enso 8 points. Al Hilal Omdurman, 5 points. And Etoile are that war with just 4 points. Group D, Al Ahly and so 9 points. Inti Al Ahly there womati tima womoso qualify. Young Africans etoso mienu with 8 points. Belouizdad etoso miensa with 5 points. Mediema etoso 9 with 4 points. And there Mediema and Belouizdad. Al Ahly say young Africans ne Belouizdad wine and Ebeka Mediema Ebeka Al Ahly home no ma call the next phase of the CAF Champions League.
89.7 Max FM.
I don't know. Fire or messages now. Fire WhatsApp line on 0506 367 196 0506 367 196. What about making kind Eddie Ama? Yeah, I'm on SM so and then I'm from him. About Toja say Liverpool honomono Abrante a friend of Luis Diaz. Yes, say and share will be free club nim na nyina gina Mo Salah so. Yes, say Mo Salah sign a new deal Liverpool. It is likely Luis Diaz ebeko. Luis Diaz is all 27 years. Now, when it players been compete for a position, especially the left-hand side, the likes of 𝐒𝐏𝐎𝐑𝐿 Gakpo, the likes of 𝐒𝐏 Darwin Nunes, Jota Munina, when you compete with her, Salah, the waje right side, Aboso, and yes, say Mohamed Salah, sign new deal, say Kima, likely, say Abrante friend Luis Diaz, what in any ebet baby for. Salah Munina omo contract aka 1 year per Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk. Wo munina omo 1 year per na omo contract and Thiago Alcantara and Joel Matip dey say omo contract ebe expire this summer. Na club na enye omo adwe say omo be mo new contract. Tottenham Hotspur so June 2025 now Abrante friend Son Heung-min 31 years of age now the contract abewe year no yes Saudi Pro League sites be hwenim so metimi area son now woman na beka Saudi League project now by yes Tottenham Hotspur ayo ma dwe se woman Abrante the new contractor o ma start and then twetwe nkobokwa Daniel Levy mo and then kasa say one sign new deal fi say Saudi Arabia ho ne de Tottenham Hotspur empese wodi nani ebe kire ho. And now you sorry so na Paul Pogba na asem no ebe todwa ya papa Abrante Edu baby na ewiase yes he is one of the most talented players wo ewiase and Paul Pogba ne ho akadwemu kakra ya banding of 4 years from playing football. Abrante no this month will be 31 years. And now, Ebeto just said Pogba, you abandoned 4 years from a football, no, what they and send me betu, you be responding to a band, no, or say I am sad, shocked, and heartbroken. Not just said or say everything I have built in my professional career has been taken away from me. When I am free from legal restriction, the full story will become clear. But I have never knowingly or deliberately taken any supplement that violates anti-doping regulations. As a professional athlete, I will never do anything to enhance my performance by using banned substances, and I've never disrespected or cheated fellow athletes and supporters of any team I have played for or against. As a consequence of this decision announced today, I will appeal this before the Court of Arbitration for Sports. Ebi bisa Sir Pogba eti ne career no over na. Is it over? Makasoko Juventus no any pra. Yes, Eric Dyer, wo free Tottenham Hotspur, said in any actual Bayern Munich, loan mono, na obligation be shame so or a number of matches. Say Bayern Munich contract no permanent was. They say yes, so about those number of matches no, and that option no has now been triggered. Ansha Abrante no be not 1 year contract. Just obetimatra Bayern Munich to 2025. Now Bayern Munich chia sika 3.5 million pounds and a ma Tottenham Hotspur to register the 30-year-old player no enti eno onedie betuja. side I from Toronto. Ha abrante wa be ha Manchester United mrebi papa. Okay abrante we Marty Longstaff. Ni nuane Sean Longstaff. And Marty Longstaff free Newcastle. Now what in any actually Toronto no ewo MLS. Abrante ni a serious ACL injury pa December 2022 and as I say Newcastle releasing from their squad. Abrante maybe na Oshia Manchester United be our show.
89.7 Max FM.
Napoli president, Yefreno Aurelio De Laurentiis, Pape, or a very prominent and powerful in football. And I'm told you say, yes, Victor Osimhen assigned a new 1-year deal at Napoli. That's just a deal no ever expire in 2026. Our omodi release clause somewhere around 120 to 130 million a year euros. That is 102 million pounds, no. And the release clause one more the count. And so Aurelio De Laurentiis, Napoli president, or say Adia Bakubi ha own timinye. Adia own timinye nyina say or see he cannot stop Abrante Victor Osimhen from leaving. Say Abrante na aye na address obekọ na offer papa bi badia. Ono de on stop Abrante no. Obebi Abrante na ne door sama Abrante no say onko. Na no and Victor Osimhen so attracted offers from a number of clubs, the likes of Real Madrid, the likes of PSG, the likes of Arsenal, Manchester City, Chelsea, Munina, the woman back or share Abrante na, or bo per se, or mobile na woman in bedroom, or a team. Aurelio De Laurentiis, you say Victor Osimhen is free to go, but then at the right price. Same way, me who you know, I am beginning to ask myself, will Thomas Partey stay at Arsenal? If you say yes, Arsenal, we must start any Jorginho Edin Combo to renew his contract. Jorginho is so 32 years of age. We team making 41 appearances across all competition. Ama Arsenal, and he is an integral part of the Arsenal team. Our captain Omunada. Yes, Mikel Arteta, the club's hierarchy, any aje nejuma waye hu. Nti so my Madrid say, obone retreat komo no masamano another 1 year deal. Saudi Pro League clubs no, yes, afa de sika no, o ma tutusu no de bi aka ho. Sama we, obo Bora Liverpool aso na o ma kope Mohamed Salah. Yes, clubs e Saudi Arabia o mo pe Salah no, o mo be 4 e na wo mo nyina yo Madrid say, wo mo person o mo sign Mohamed Salah. To mo nyina atuagu so eboabo scan say Samawi o mo Bora England na mo discan akọ Liverpool say je na fa Abrante Salah emaye. There's a question obi e say what next for Paul Pogba? What next for Paul Pogba? The salary say Juve ever cancel or go take some pay cuts because of an injury in a 99.7 salary cut. Sikadie and Shadanya the problems are Pogba there's with this campaign. Pogba at a point in England he was actually the highest earner in England before Kevin De Bruyne and Bejina a new contract. One of the Scasam Shadanya the problems are but I born no team mobium nancophobia as a what next for Paul Pogba. Say appeal no ko appealing and far what in any better because Obebano now 35 years. Yes, a substances na omo hu Pogba moje mo se be test na wo ye no ye see US doctor be and a prescribe omo allergy say US doctor be na prescribe sa substance na e de ma Pogba e wo ho enti e no e na ama Pogba ene ne ho akwakoka adwam no eno na akofa say Alex Ferguson buka wo choro ye no ensem bi o choro fa Pogba ho say Pogba is not that time Pogba po be 70. Also Pogba is one of the most talented players or no say Alex Ferguson who on a life mo. But woman guide Pogba here guidance. Woman guide Pogba will go wayward. Now we can edit Pogba the former agent when the baby called Mino Raiola. Or say Mino was misleading Paul Pogba. And Pogba nya proper guidance and direction. After Pogba will fall off. And the business say, hey, I say my Ferguson Kaido. I say, Akwa Bemu. Fi se Pogba no, Juventus no Gini din ball papa no. And one no, Pogba intima mobile Man United. Or go back to Juve soa. Epra. And your baba could be a no epra. Or baba could be a no epra. They say, Italian publications are Cosono. Pogba was back to Juve no. Say Italian outlets DBC he's the worst Juventus signing in the last 20 years. Almost forget about ban no. Almost buy no more ball papa bia or baba kunu pra. Neso be post on Instagram 5 pictures. Neso board you want to me more 5 minutes cry. So return now or returning back to Juventus no. He's regarded as their worst signing in the last 20 years. Almost saying the first stint no. The second stint in the year very horrible.
89.7 Max FM. Max FM. 89.7 Max.
Pogba bro, ya kwa akofa Jose Mourinho nsem nyina ba say Mourinho friend no virus. Ne bra Florentine so okaya obekeka ensem bi efa Pogba ho se ne ono akasa ne nua o. Se ne bra Pogba use black magic the same for career French national Pogba ensem bebre. Then who wants some Pogba bre? Sometimes I feel pity for him. If there's one person I don't want to be in this world, it is for Pogba. Yes, Hetafe, and so I imagine some person in Manchester United. Actually, come on, over here, so we wait to menya. Abante Mason Greenwood on a permanent deal. It's a permanent deal, no, and yeah, or mobile fan loan. If say clubs, be brave, I say the clubs like Villarreal, Munina, Atletico Madrid, Munina, I imagine say Abante no loan, no to say Kim or when Manchester United back out to come on now, Oma Afano. Roy Keane, Josiah say Maguire is good enough to replace Lisandro Martinez. Roy Keane say Manchester United teammates nankasa no. Omene Maguire bobo musu. Or say ebi atone da or no why Manchester United captain da esi da your players bi wo ha. Omo your teammate omo gina ball ni ma na wankasa yem hihye. Or say Maguire one of the players. Manchester United players nankasa o gina ball ni ma no mo yem hihye omo cause Maguire no otimi ye mistake anytime. Or say Maguire one of the players when you impact on Eric Ten Hag the style of playing so because the Eric Ten Hag person playing from the back no Maguire is not really fit for that purpose but what's about Maguire about so Kaka say he's improved this summer for Manchester United. It is 37 minutes after 9. Hana me be sina beja for abem no modi omodi aba. If our messages no fire WhatsApp line na menken kan en famao. Hu ya me pa 050 196 0506 367 196. Question I be said no and also can Manchester United survive this weekend? It's hard. What next for Paul Pogba? If I know any CC. Ghana Premier League this weekend. Can Kotoko bounce back to victory against an informed Bebli Gold Star side? Heart of Folk Eko PM one Swatreman or Mobile defeating Swatreman. Then there's today Mediama against Belouizdad. Can they defeat Belouizdad? And only in Sema Yebisa. Good morning, Nanedu.
Morning.
Bibi Aboko.
Media Cheme, now swear.
Nyamiado.
Fantastic. Na Endra Brunino Kusiano.
Oh, Bruni Bang. The meaning Oye Juma or French embassy, and Rami call French embassy ornament.
I said, what do you have on your papa?
Oh, and Yamia, embassy Nankasani invited me. Say, Memra.
In the colleagues, no. I'm not tired the embassy.
Oh, there be and Yamin. I was there with about 10. I was there with about 10. Wait a second time, a French embassy invited me. I was there with about 10 sports journalists. Juliette Bewa, a baby, Super Sports. Yeah, I sister Juliette Bewa. There was Yaofosu Kawawa. TV3 or baby. Yeah. There was Empress, Efia Empress. Angel and Juventus Academy. Also a baby. Bewe Shen, Munina baby. Lawrence from Joy. Jomunyi na wo honti enyame kwa na matchman FIFA lady GH1 lady no omunyi na so we are about 10 sports journalists French embassy the water invite here. This is the second time we invite here say
na wa unia
almost here many entwetwe
Otega na obi sam say na unia pictures na otwetwa sa no obeja ye hwa kwa na
Otega de ye bija no hwa kwan
wo ko US waba na wo so obi di French embassy akwani aba na obisa questions
me call France I'm into French
one of the countries I want now
French.
What about UK and US?
I said me ko ye adwuma dia say adwuma bi wo ha me ko ya ye adwuma ya me ya dia me ko
France no be say adwuma bi na wo ko ya
oh say no nya kan
na me say what about US and
UK? Tina mama he just say bi me ko training
France come on no say e be ye dia ma so betina wo Matias wan kirechirem say adwuma bi say abasobodie bi say asofodie bi wan ka hwe
asofodie be fa mu sen
oh so ka say adwuma bi UK dia na me say yanka eno ho komo
and to be some say US metina na
US ni UK no e ba na critical say sa opportunity we aba eno susu te sen
me hwe say metina na mentina
Fantastic. We be very fine. Poba some na ya o. Mutala Poba, professional level o si akan. So obetwa more than 12 years, right?
Oh, cra. Pogba is now 31 years of age.
Pogba started 31 this month.
Yeah. Pogba started at age time or bar limelight, now
2012.
2012. He was around 17 years.
Because sir under 20 no. On and your caption on
yeah.
That was 2013.
2013.
That time not already know about Juventus.
Yeah.
So that means now we're making some move from
Man
U to Juventus.
Yeah.
Right. And even if it is 2012, probably 2014, 2024, you are talking about 12 years. Then this guy, what you be? Yeah, na stories we ba. Ade a metai kwa shepan ni pa kono ne career no. We too much spending more than 5 years ana. That is the first thing. Because me wadwini bi say, obi to be mainstream Europe for at least 5 years and pa kono ni so di hia bi o. Ojotum.
Mainstream Europe.
O to be 5 years ah. Eni so di hia bi o.
Say ni na depend wo aketua o je ne baby wo.
Aketua na bi so o.
Ebisa if you are paid £50,000 now in England, there's a higher probability you might pay. Is it 20% of tax or so?
Oh, the funny say at the end of the month, 30,000 bottom. No, but we bought 5 years.
30,000 euros.
So I will say, I could tell you this. Now you can say, funny say the pack on even if it is 10,000. No, but to make 5 years. I do think that's an epakuno so didn't have you.
It depends on your lifestyle. So
That is why me trying to I can say. Our stories we mun eba first, and that is my personal way. Aside the issue, na ya some question debate my hand nipa na dweno. Me ko hwese nipa kono, the professional career, ya sign contract, ye tua na cap week in week out. O to me about 5 years and above, nipa kono ni so di hia bi o. And ni se nipa kono di me ka say na mbibi na ye di footballers ni o musika sem ho nkomo. Na a colleague journalist ba ko den time kuma se. Obeka say ta footballers is ka we die ni me nya 1 year kwara me na mu bukura me ndi hia bi o. One situation no. So people are going to be saying if it is money nko ade a what we bought that professional level no for 5 years and he say we di hia bi o. But one thing so they say nipa bia no de ba wo nsem na wo hwe ho bo ho bra. Mutala me bra.
yeah.
Me ye sure say ndey krom ha
Unya na ha me wa no.
sa
Atapu.
If you are very fine. Can't say ye juma ntonto no bo. Ana baba akra.
Menya sure.
Can't say ye juma ntonto no bo. Enti o ha situation na at least sa level na sa na tie. Enti na sam ne ya me yakakra. Ba me sanso feel say wa bobi ache. Nti ebe ya baby, I'm not ordinary so the football career and the baby, yeah, ordinary better no. On starting ho. Is it coaching, player agency, football administration, as a business person? Baby, your phone say in after the football career no, no person didn't need no. Imagine him not getting coho. Fantasy wakoya api. Ya 2 years. Even after 2 years, I doubt Pogba will play quality football. No, no one crown second coming to do when that saying. So before say, on standing ending life after football, uncle the next step. Menyan say, if you are not team crowd to real honor, matters after bandy crowd or not Italy walk over 2 anymore. That's how I feel the best time you are happening.
I want to rain hard.
Yeah. And before say, on the whom you is it moving back to France or back Guinea? Or back to the UK?
Ah, about Guinea saying.
No one in TV.
And your maid and Guinea.
Now that I come France, I want to say, or quite a
obey them with Guinea.
Na Guinea will be retired uncle.
Oh, but now I or but Guinea. Maybe so or but
say most of the times Jeremy Cisse. What can you say?
Yeah.
Or 𝐒𝐈𝐕𝐄 coast.
Of course. But I never not it.
But I see a Taiwo.
It's Pogba some Guinea.
Oh, say be our force after the football career no. A hundred in Chiffy. In the Baba Sasso.
Ah, okay. Now Guinea or
My
more.
plus we do no more samba.
Guinea or more nightclubs.
The afternoon of a night club.
Jose.
The afternoon.
Ah, now they are the afternoon in the theater.
The afternoon one time said them.
Ah, one share them say. Sika Bebli we won't share them. Enya den. Obejineni.
Sir, on from
Pogba is a happy soul. Or yes uncle for now. One untimi nyo mo hwe. De bia omani age.
And no sika na de ba na natural bi what sir.
Sika so ma ni gie. Wosu.
Ni me no way at the end so. Sika na de ba and obu are naturally.
Yeah,
It will be answer.
no, you won't for naturally. De bia ni me say.
Can be crow work around or enjoy life.
Me say de bia mani age.
Yeah. I say
me wure ho sa.
only pay our TriCaster. The first one.
Yeah.
The outside in the call we join to we.
Alex.
And I'm Mudina from Nisu Kaka.
Alex.
Yeah, TV now, left see no.
Alex.
On our own. On our out and quad join to one.
Yeah. I think it's Alex.
On us anytime you are seeing Niache.
Yeah.
He enjoys life. Into a cabra bono. So I'm just looking at a Pogba situation. Me feel say enjoying life after football. That is what I think. But what be at national team football was in the World Cup.
Tell no so kwa appeal no.
And that's what the Europa League.
Yeah, he won Europa League in 2017 with
Yes.
under Mourinho.
Yeah. I think he scored a crucial goal for them.
Yeah. Against Ayas.
Yes. Into me for say, why you know what the see we are tight to wajibi. Into or no as a player naga hano. Adie bi eso ye. Our club football and national team football no. It's quite okay for him. Into me nya ongoing life after football because way appeal the because so. Tia na better so. But the engine fi ho.
Appeal no could beat me drag it.
I want me the bear 1 year kwani en ka asem ni wie.
Castle.
One thing so say you can't asem ni wie a started from where punishment in started.
Yeah.
Into we kwa no e ba abonten no. Almost 4 years and started from that na asem ni see no. Into say in na started you and they are story when aba no. It started from last year. So it means by getting to 6 months abesin in the 4 years no.
Because you suspend no money in account.
Days now then started free ho. Do aram bwa e say. Yes. In the situation is hard. In the imagine say only life after football. I retire. I'm say so number of matches be.
Yeah. We meet.
In the dependent buy and the bit then so obey stand near and so man nko.
And yes buying a trigger yeah that 1 year no.
Oh, that's good.
On man the contract for to 2025 ending.
Yeah. The reason why I'm a yema men say every day and chile so sa. Every day I mean to mean guarantee the playing time or buy me neck. Mejitum say player bi o ha obet me fi even a smaller team o nya bimbo akọ big team obenya biabo mejitum. Ebi esipen. What I say, even Dodgy o ikwa no all free Chelsea aba Arsenal no more for say Dodgy o na nya na so pass we onko.
But do you think Eric Dyer would ever be a starter at Bayern Munich?
Or a squad player?
Or a squad player?
Oh, Budi with team. Eric Dyer, I am to mean Casse. Bayern Munich, everybody a strong team. Or come one of their central defenders. Oh, to mean Casse, or one of their midfielders too. But I think that he's one of the players I wouldn't start to bench or fair a lot when he comes in the second half. But Baba joined the midfield, but Baba joined the defense. And Eric Dyer star near star players now. Anytime you hear me back bench or fair a lot in the team. And let me try Bayern Munich team here or matric and a very good friend to Hurricane too. And there are some of these teams, they will need someone or be cow who will team be more, or be comfortable life, very comfortable the amount. What does it? And the Nina factor say, a dire situation will be more Bayern Munich. So my trigger there is good for the boy. We play the days here with Tottenham Hotspur and they or the be more Bayern Munich Football Club. Song Mutala may have many can. In the last 10 years after Hurricane, Song will be the most important player for Tottenham Hotspur. Now me sure no. Now me sure players I've seen in recent times. Dele Alli, Eric Dyer, Hugo Lloris. Madness after Hurricane, Song is the next. In the season back, we lose Hurricane. And you appropriate say, we lose Song who meant so. Many Tottenham should find a way of making my extending the contract. Also, the current one will be in the next 2 years, right?
Yeah, it will next year.
Next year. So after this season, now kind of 1 year contract. I need Tottenham to do everything possible. Over to my extending the stay. Oh, Tottenham was he's a quality player. And after Hurricane, Madness on watch some more goals at the amount of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. And they will have a partnership there with Richarlison and Kulusevski. A year Juba can see at the amount of Tottenham Hotspur. And Postecoglou who any the best out of him in recent times. Or a key player at the amount of Tottenham Hotspur. So they should do everything possible to extend the stay. Number one, Luis Diaz. Liverpool, Madness so pretty from the right side. I want to say very good. Both left and right in are strong, but both right in one year. So me huni year when Salah was Injured. Means also Liverpool games now.
Pa.
No both free right or effective. But may you sure say on him say when Salah is there, right one any dia. That is why or you the whole ball left this year. And when him say Liverpool bought typical for today. The front three right side near no go area when Salah is fully fit. So the can the other two. Even though before say per all things being equal, when all these players are available for selection now, Uyi Mohamed Salah Fiwa, the next person that needs to come into their first 11 is Luis Diaz. Then you think of Jota, Nunes, Gakpo, and the likes. Me Salah Fiwa, Liverpool team na me huno. Their most important player up front for me is Luis Diaz. And see, sometimes some of these players per se, the Okita team ni free ho. No, so at the end of the so this South American players, I don't know. And he's not a bad player. Mohamed Salah, I doubt over more than 2 seasons at Liverpool.
There is a club free or not to be free.
And yet this summer, Krana, it could be the next. I doubt. So, or more than 2 seasons at Liverpool Football Club. Penny age, you know, Nisika Ojie. Any team say pen to come some sanction the man. And then he could move on. Until the Saudi money will come. And when he say Saudi for no why didn't be say at least Salah should play there before he retires. Ndubaka in the summer, he was close to joining one of their clubs.
Yeah.
Adia Mananko was the timing. And they said Liverpool were willing to allow him to go because the money was good for them. Mutala player we see the 30s there. Who say Henry be ban ho there, you may consider. Players in the 30s. African players in the 30s. Now Henry be ba. You the team may consider. So before say it will get to a time man. Liverpool will not have any option to leave Mohamed Salah. But I don't think it was more than 2 seasons to play for Liverpool Football Club. So me and them especially and Luis Diaz. My person may extend your contract.
But Luis Diaz say if Salah extends the contract, yes, say there are reports that if Salah extends the contract, there's a big probability Luis Diaz will.
So the best thing for the club, they say, you extend Luis Diaz's contract rather first.
But Jamie Carragher say if Liverpool loses Salah, they've not really lost much. Or say Jurgen Klopp the big problem. So mu lose no headache. Say Salah they can lose him and still function effectively as Liverpool because Klopp can do a great job.
Oh, so between Klopp and Salah, yes, I agree.
And also because he's sacrificing any of them. Nkodo Salah.
Who say Mutala? Adebakwa Adiwe and said I'm say difficult and say managers like Jurgen Klopp no money adie no, any Pep money adie no. Omo furu with team mo kwa. So one came to know I am stronger. We place him heading. Getting a manager, Obasanya the best out of the guys in the same kind of result heading. So, me for say Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool will lose no. I am bigger than any other player. Oh, that's a Mutala. What if only Liverpool key players are signing in recent times? Don't do any rat at you. And that's someone wrong with it. Me, Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, in the Alisson Becker. They are key to Liverpool Football Club. Players here in Tom 30s. It's before say, men they are losing Salah and a big blow nowadays. Even though one of their best players who in recent times. Into me a Liverpool Football Club, I would rather extend Luis Diaz's contract first. Now me the Mohamed Salah aka for at least 1 year, 2 years be. Because Luis Diaz were more years to offer Liverpool than Mohamed Salah. Because of the age. Or more years to offer Liverpool than Mohamed Salah. So,
although 27, Salah is 31.
Yes. And at least we're only 5 years for also. Oh yeah.
Che Salah.
Salah he doesn't need more than 2 years. One situation, no. Until they should try and balance the situation that the two of them could stay for at least 1 season. Because after Jurgen Klopp no over here players be they can stabilize things for the coach at least in the first year coach for no at least for the first year and within the first year no now I try to replace players be AJ catch up many players be they've done a lot for the club and before say that is one of few things be I won't show within the club but for Salah Luis Diaz I want me to me extend yeah I'll be happy before I go to the matches kakrebi na me dey see no my last story I say my matches ni kakrebi Jorginho contract extension. But Jorginho say Arsenal for the man 1.5 year on.
Yeah.
Na season we so aso. And na Arsenal for no mun need dey when mu say be fasa na. Because player they also na man 1.5 there.
Utiete people like Ian Wright more. It was like a quick fix for Partey situation.
Yeah.
Because Partey could not stay fit. And now you can't rely just on Declan Rice.
Yeah.
And they had to go in for a quick fix.
Player be or back up for both of them.
Both of them. Oh yeah, very experienced.
When you know say Xhaka so back so call.
Yeah.
That midfielder Switzerland midfielder no.
Yeah.
But Jorginho will prove you right. Especially the big games. Meshiano against Newcastle. Meshiano against Liverpool. Now Meshiano against Man City. Jorginho those big games no you know who pay. Big games in Jorginho you know who pay. So Arsenal matter say 1+1 be number some of the man. 1 year quite that was say but my extending for another year. They want to give me some contract no. But this is the situation now. The Italian clubs that started ballroom. That's one of the few Saudi Arabian clubs no. So Jorginho no in chief in Brazil.
Yeah.
So they have love for money. But in Ghana say Africans and South American they have love for money. Love for money. Indeed, many can do at least 2 years be about my still for Arsenal. In 2 months, 1 year, say England honor. I think we are a common one. When you see with Texas, I almost struggle to give you more than 1 year contract.
Yeah.
This
is a policy be I bet
na England unless you are exceptionally good. Then you about 2 or more. And yes, 1 year near show. And finally, finally extended. Entire 1 year situation. So many Jorginho should stay for at least 2 years to be 1+1 offer no or accepting on Arsenal football. Thomas Partey. Reporter met and say Monday Arsenal game against Sheffield he could be part of the squad. We're training with the club for at least 1 week ni. A month knock biya na say no friend of biya. So it means Partey gradually is becoming fully fit for Arsenal. Unze Macau say a rap match April, May. A crucial moment about Macalama say everything that you've done in the course of the season. So Thomas Partey coming back to the Arsenal team will be like a new signing.
Chakwa say bibia wa ye bia no aba obetwa no April
May.
March April May. A crucial
moment.
Oh okay.
Because sometimes no who were less than 15 games to play in your league. And then England I cut 12. Champions League year rem quarter final stage. I cut 8. Year free run 16 year one week midweek new year. Year run 8. What situation no? So a crucial moment. Carabao Cup obi ajewie. FA Cup no. Year quarter final. So a crucial moment of the season.
Oberesu be mu.
Fatigue bem. And Arsenal team now. Players are Arsenal team this year. Players are every minute in the Premier League. William Saliba. No other player. No about every minute.
Game be our Bobby.
Oh nobody nyina bi. Neni aso aboni nyina ma yapon.
Yes, Sano.
Yes, Sano.
Into a starter na.
It's obi that.
Oh, I said I'm into a starter.
Na me share how many leads United get na me share board na Disasi. Edema list for mo says I go no kai.
Yeah.
Me who's our board na me kai Josiah Quaye ma me trim. Inti or one person out to say or you fitter or you're untouchable within the team. Or the Arsenal team this year. He's the only player every minute in the Premier League wabo. For Arsenal. Gabriel Yasasano, Obi Bobby. Jenchenko Yasasano, Obi Bobby. Ben White the same. David Ryan, Ramdale Sateye. Declan Rice of free bench by in the first few games. Ebu also as Sano no Biaba. Jorginho, Bukayo Saka, 1 game kwa wambo. Martinelli on to Sade play. Gabriel Jesus Nketia, Martin Odegaard, Kai Havertz. But Abrante friend William Saliba no, he has played all the minutes in the Premier League for Arsenal. Enti, unya Thomas Partey, now unya Jorginho, unya Kai Havertz, unya Declan Rice, unya Trossard. At the same time, Amunia ya fully fit, Smith. Oko training week in week out. All these players are available for selection now. That is where we team next strength. No one in the year. You see the strength of your team very well. So before say the coming back of Thomas Partey is a good news for every Arsenal supporter, even much more than Ghana. Because Ghana competitive game I won here in June. Yeah, both season every year. So I say Partey coming back, the dual contract extension, a refreshing news. And any Arsenal supporter and the people who follow the English Premier League or Europe. Mutala, some few games. And it's a match many other Jay won't create. I am more prediction.
Okay.
I am Man City about coming Man U. I would eat hard.
Now says I give an F4.
A simple one.
I have F4.
For my Man U and I
F for my Man City.
Okay, on the 29th of October, no more the first game, no.
Yeah.
Tata na Man U for person we be kakra. But I'm going to so much today.
Yeah. Man City chiro tiwa kakra.
Etiwa
kakra.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, chiro maya waso kakra.
City just 1 point behind Liverpool. And matches be saying now, oh yeah, Arsenal supporter. Oh yeah, Liverpool supporter. We aim next year City best level. Mutala one situation no.
Yeah.
Games like that because ultra pressure in that one. Arsenal for GDA war. When City is playing Man U and City is playing Liverpool. Liverpool so GDA say when City is playing Man U and City is playing Arsenal. Because those matches in the bed determine who wins the Premier League. Go mo nyina mo pre. Na mo say share mo. So obi ni yama ka ba kon slip na ba ku take advantage. So Emma game near crucial, 1 point behind Liverpool. No so against Nottingham Forest. Now Man U at assist on the league log. It looks like the Champions League place, no, almost struggle to enter. 14 wins, 2 draws, 10 losses for Man United. 44 points.
Champions League Romunko.
And the Man U only 2 draws for the Mania in the Premier League.
Yeah.
That's the one shall not show. 10 lose no Mania loses.
Omanya goalless draw Premier League. That's Omanya goalless draw biao.
Sir, I know why there. But Omanya draw me this season.
Either Obeshan and also Obeshan.
No Mania draw me but I draw them into think I said goalless and I said yeah. That is what Man United. City was started picking at the right time. In fact, oh Man U last 5 games from boy now. It looks like there is an improvement. They win against West Ham. They win against Luton Town. They win against Aston Villa. Number lose to Fulham. Number qualify in the FA Cup. Well, Man U story no.
Yeah.
By City, so you can see that wins now improve and scoring goals. Indeed, I remember telling you, say, Michelle game no during the midweek in the FA Cup. Now me who scored or the starting, you know. Yeah, Mama, Judy say, Papa, still or I for the treble.
Pep Guardiola.
Yes.
And I judging clubs so play treble. On put as a quadruple.
Set treble no. Your papa, your the mode. You the normal ones.
Okay.
You cut the proper treble that say you know.
Yeah.
And no Champions League didn't come when you proper. Champions League, FA Cup, and your domestic league. By the Liverpool them Champions League into the treble no the proper one. Liverpool got somebody with the quadruple.
Yeah. But I saw more Champions League maybe. Okay, on Europa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So crucial games. 191 times since 1891. Man U against Liverpool, against Man City. Since 1981, almost here 191 times. emu 78 akwa Man United emu 60 akwa Man City na 53 aye draw so it looks like City gradually omu close you Mutala
yeah
tanka woni team bi say Man U ebo na ye check the history of the two teams in this year because of the achievement of Man United in the past years it better take you time to break the gap.
Sure, from 2012 oma bridge gap no rough started with Ferguson
Absolutely. Sisiano 78 wins for Man United, 60 for Man City. Now 53 air draw. So it looks like coach is now sitting and saying, including Pep Guardiola, no, club be up the gap, almost close between City and Man United. In terms of any was a particular game, no. And the recent one, 29th of October, 3-0. Reporter made to say, Josiah Quaye and say no we Praga. We're returning to training for Man City.
but no crank for your Man City omu hu hwe
Who difference biya? Si kana the turn on can say make the difference in the first 11. But who dey biya?
okay this is what I want to ask you. What kind of difference? What exactly do you want to see from Josiah Quaye?
I like the question. Ade ba ko so ne say. Who say your player bi o ha si kana the turn no. People want to see something beyond what they've seen in recent times. Into Mutala, the first thing you need to ask yourself is say, Eduma Johnson so mo moye. Ruben Dias moye. Netanake moye. Manuel Akanji moye. When all those players are still available, now you omu jai uni player omu jai na kwan ko fa ne bai.
Why?
They call Saudi no. France now Obama Spain.
Laporte.
Emerick Laporte. Into who can say what Emerick Laporte now the Josiah Quaye bar. People are expecting more than those who are there. But the wrong situation, no.
Auntie, oh no, Oshe Emerick Laporte now Oshe Vadia, and so see bien she de nimsa. Komu ja no crank eh.
Especially when still Ruben Dias mo, Netanake, Manuel Akanji, Kai Walker, when you are not there, they don't see the difference. Mutala, you Mr. Question. Vadia the board they say William Saliba. But you say Vadia the free Man City team, and Saliba the free Arsenal mua. Why not message the presence of those players to be a free team? Why not message?
Saliba is key to Arsenal's.
So where the debate comes in, where the difference is? It's Vadia because of the city system, no. What make can mess no keke?
Vadia no crowd by no. Ultimately, any left back.
What about more of a left back than a central defender?
But me or a central defender.
Well, who Vadia ye no? In the last Euros, about a left back because of Dimigro Vidal and the Dijan Lovren. It's in the Croatian national team about a left back. But what about the last World Cup? No, what about a central defender? Into about left back, about a central defender. But the key position is central defense as a left-sided central defender. But who gives a 60 air bar? Pep Guardiola, I prefer Netanake as a left-sided central defender and Vadia as a left back. To put another catch now. It means in the pecking order. Even though quoting this but overload Netanake ahead of Vadia in the central defensive position. What situation no? Into Vadia coming back and then big news.
Josiah say we a player there starting ball out of position. Penache say
we a squad player.
Oh, I'm no. We are going back and forth on the Thomas Partey issue.
Yeah.
Also we a player there start. Who say Partey be ko engineer bonu 2-2. Also we a player there start.
We kwama obi fufra be hye.
But na me so me argument they say the obotu no. Yetimi the obotu near the obehye. It means you are still important.
Na position be important in biana.
E be important change be say.
Who say
Tio.
Mutala ade we to. Yen ball we fuchire ni ade no. Best players ye yom be jam for the one attack ko wi a. Mo young guys am be mu yes wo ko botu. Wo ko botre. What situation no?
Yeah.
Nti ye krom ha, I'm sure minimum Europe there.
A mentality edition.
E say trim say your positions bi o ha senior ones no.
Yeah.
Anyone so call mu nim ball o madwene mu no na e bo.
Ye ka so
me
be
yes so
do
wo
back
butie
na.
eti komo ya making ase. Say bia ya park so. Ye ko bo won chendi and ye ko chabo. The senior ones they no me na me ye we o Gattuso me bo 6. Me na me ye seed of me bo 8. What I say? When they also or button. Yeah, it's just a position we are. Yeah, oh Mutala, oh Kodapon. Josiah Quaye 2. When they do Koba 3. Now, question some position be why we here see be. But in the quotation so abana my you say position be why very important. Opa yen hwe akotua editua players ka. Don't do things say those advanced position for no I enjoy much more than what we today no. Okay, on.
Idea you create at one.
Yes.
I said now attackers are more important than and now po idea first yes Susan Yakobo Obi person share number 10 GC.
Absolutely.
Number 9 GC.
Me dey number 8 in the agro.
Yes, number 8, number 6.
I mean naturally no. Now me a deep time playmaker.
This is a new
me a half number 6, half number 8.
Sir.
Yeah.
We a hybrid. We are
oh, the next who assist.
Oh, yeah, half.
Oh, now assist.
But that be a versatile.
No, baby,
baby, that would
Obia who's a OJ born. I'm who 9 and who's a player.
Jude. Professor Jude Champo. Yeah, Professor Jude Champo, Kumasi.
Yeah.
No more Koye Kotokobo. Now, Koye, no, there's this academy in Kumasi now, your friend MX Soccer Academy.
Yeah.
Okoye na omu coach wo no ye fe no say gapu okoye na papa no e ka say oh the baby wo Max TV ne Star Times no so so Mutala no na Mutala ye ni player no say oh Mutala the ball ben na coach ne ko yi pictures e chere no e kan edi me ho dance che no buy no say eti omu fi kuma ase buy na ekotoko no say ah na oni mbo na o ya betra no koye say di ho dance na me
I said Dana Mikosia Mr. Frank Akuli,
yeah,
former board member for Heart of Folk. Na Obe catch him say, or share with TV Sopana, or in the be share your program no, I want the office. What I say? Ah, the Nipan who want to say, I cry now. Ocean, or no, who will TV squad and the buff no Chimmy for. I call me Kumasa. He should have been the next Michael in the Blasters. And I can say that me down my friend.
Yeah, oh friend me man in the casa.
Man in the casa. Ain't it? That is how the situation is here. So I take positions now. Buy no one saying if you Mutala to Josiah, Ocean one was a Josiah for no go to 2. And I'm number 3. And now Captain Son got it. Oh, poor them. That is why I do baby. Now be with our national team, we struggle to get goalkeepers and the lateral defenders. Because Nipa don't want to force say yes strength a midfield. The small post. Any penny for a tire bar, on my table midfield. Ain't it? And more defenders, more defenders, no. Yes, I recognize the decision, no, ma'am, warm. But here is the situation in the on the side of Man United, Luxor, reporter Martins are out. Lisandro Martinez out. Antonio Marshall. Malasia. Hoyland, big blow. Or out of the game. Big blow. Make I say yes, Man U game the last weekend against Fulham. Now I only pa Sports Tiger. Or friend said why did I be ana? Now some matters we pra. Or out of Scotland. No how did I pra the Man U will not win. Yeah, my dear have my yes we you. And Pampaya boy we near Man U 2-1. So Man U for now realize say Hoyland not be an important player to their team. He's out. Messi Mount out. Ewan Bissaka out. Anthony doubtful. That is a report I yet to free Man United. So, a big blow. Mutala, on this game, over 2.5 babo. Go is likely to come. My prediction for this particular game, Mutala, a 3-1 win for Man City. But Man City for the last 2 games in the Premier League, I 1-0.
Sir.
In the Premier League, no. Brentford 1-0. And one other game be.
But do you agree with Omo Moka say Man City are more in this season above them?
Who do compare last year?
Last season.
Who do compare last year? Obviously. Sure. So this time, no. Oma Lusu, Ekai Gondogan. Oma Kai. Yera match April ho. ABC May. Now they were scoring 1 or 2 goals, but no be attention will go on the pan. Me for no Barcelona no. Gundogan. Go and watch their FA Cup. Go and watch some of their crucial games in the Champions League. Any league games. Gundogan was key. Imagine him say Gundogan, I'm going to replace in the year in the team. Matheus Nunes any Kovacic no mobile no. Omo average. Mutala. Matheus Nunes from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Matheus Kovacic. Omo average compared to what Gundogan was offering Man City Football Club.
Omo average.
Yeah.
Nunes the average.
Or average.
Wow.
Ebia he or the potential to improve. By praying or average. Kovacic ne ball papa no agbawie. One situation no. So Oman to man replace it. Abrante ni ye. Gundogan no. But let's see what will happen there. Kevin De Bruyne about 3 assists to Erling Haaland's 3 goals during the midweek. After Sabo and they said, "Oh, 5 on."
Or say 5 goals.
And what 3 assists ni for Kevin De
Kevin De
Bruyne?
Bruyne.
Indeed, my prediction for that particular game is a 3-1 win over 2.5 and a goal.
Okay.
For that particular game in the game in the English Premier League. Quick prediction: Brentford Chelsea. Me who a 1-1 draw. Brentford to score. In the game. Brentford after 90 minutes they will score. Away win for Liverpool Football Club against Nottingham Forest. Maybe a 2-1, 3-1 win for Liverpool. That is my prediction for the weekend. Who's Arsenal game near Monday? Monday you better Juma.
Okay. All right.
Bayern Freiburg. Let's mark for Bayern 2-1 win. Away to Freiburg. A difficult game. Freiburg come here stubborn. By Freiburg to score. Leverkusen away win over Cologne. Dortmund, Union Berlin. A slim win for Dortmund, maybe a 2-1. Aqua here should be a draw, but I'm tipping Dortmund to carry the day. SS Lazio there against AC Milan. Who's a Lazio? Any Bayern Munich Bebel Champions League during the midweek.
Yeah.
That is why Lazio and Bayern Munich game the end Friday, so that they will get enough time to prepare for their Champions League game in the course of the midweek. Into a big game, make up for go. If there will be a winner, Metepe Milan to go to Stadio Olimpico and get maybe a 2-1 win. But again, I'm likely to go for a 1-1 draw. Napoli against Juventus, big game on Sunday. Big game. Per the 6-1 win no munya during the midweek no. I'm not imagining for about the Napoli team against Juventus. Mutala. Mama Napoli straight win. The best result for Juventus will be a draw. My bet is for Napoli. Monaco game may end in a draw with PSG. I will not be surprised. Maybe a 1-1 or a 2-2 draw in that particular game. Valencia Real Madrid, tough game. But I'll go for a 2-1 win for Real Madrid. And I'll go for another 2-1 win for Bilbao over Barcelona. I don't see Barcelona traveling to Bilbao and win. Sorry, Barcelona supporters say me because I may predict that Barcelona may not win that game. But I'm tipping Bilbao to get a good result against Barcelona. I'm not picking for me. And run a mini baby send me say anytime goal scorer will be Naki Williams. Now me doubt no. In Japan, me buy ya I say Naki Williams scored yesterday. I'm sky idea di me. In Naki Williams is in a super form for his club. And I your question that before Frono, Ubi Samia me you ano. The reason why he struggles in the blaster they say, but he scores from all angles when he's playing for Bilbao. No, you bet him. But for now, in Naki Williams is in the super form. Mutala Yakubu.
Okay, now they do now today. Naki Williams is in the super form and he's scoring and scoring and scoring and scoring and scoring for Athletic Bilbao, but he seemed not to be finding the scoring boots when he wears the Black Stars of Ghana JC. It's a shame him saying Naki Williams this our form way about Ghana team in the more 0506 367 196 0506 367 196. Happy birthday to Mia Ma Danfo. I mean, for me, no birthday. Two very important personalities. Felix Romack. The Ghana Premier League.
Yeah, Felix.
Yeah, Felix Romack. And if you
after AFCON,
yeah, on one casa crash who we are and then my friend will say, hey, me who much. Yeah.
Every weekday, he want to come on Sports Park and 2 days be.
Okay.
I'm say high and fee. And think under the birthday.
And come
round.
Okay.
Nanka Chelsea send some year Josiah Quaye. Oh, near near room.
Yeah, in the bed they may sure say by Easter war she baby join hoka carry
Or joint to be what? Down some hot, I want it.
minim pa minim joint yes.
I said almost every joint Mutala away.
Oh, Sir Felix and Madame Fonti.
What did you do?
Say me ba and cry ha me one e dem nam kakra. It's a Felix Romack Ghana Premier League football statistician data. Our Ghana Premier League winning na and then the birthday nyame ensure and also my very good friend who works at Radio Gold Mutala Ademu.
Wow.
Mutala coach can ask him no. Mutala ni ball rough. Now or captain for Accra.
Wow, waka so ni ball rough.
Yes. Now Mutala captain for Accra. Now on him teammate any referee Daniel Lai.
Wow.
Referee Daniel Lai.
Wow.
No one Daniel Lai in the Siakai. Mutala was a great player, the captain of Accra. Yes, no team. Mutala Waba.
Oh, okay.
Waba. Okay. Before I bet my captain Accra school team no. Saturday because as Samuaja Mona nebo armband.
So in Central you were a footballer.
Yeah.
Mutala a footballer.
Yeah.
Papa Maestro a footballer. Ono kwada onye opportunity elbow kotoko junior team.
Matisa Ayala a footballer pa.
Akosi Ayala a footballer.
Yeah.
Myself.
Yeah.
What I say? Nanada kwa Jesi.
Songo cry a footballer.
Patrick Osatimo a goalkeeper. By this time otie.
Yeah.
Good goalkeeper.
Ore Kwampo for Eddie Ball.
Ore Kwampo for Oka Daniel Kofi no jam now.
Very good.
Michael Kofi Odro.
Kevin Owusu. Yeah, Michael Kofi
Kofi Odro.
Derek Iyim.
Yeah.
Yeah, dosu.
Na de na we no Josiah sinchen.
Masa yenya breu. Yenya breu ya obobo Josiah din ye kan omo mabobo da ya obobo Josiah.
Tony Bebli.
Ye beti ma kwenim.
Tony Bebli a footballer.
Tony Bebli a footballer.
That Obi di ni hwa da se kire me.
Obi di ni hwa da.
By this time otie o me kire nyeme. Obi no di ni hwa da se kire me. Say Tony Bebli was a good footballer.
Obi about 3 games. Yes, he want man completed 3 games. You know the red card. You know so 10.
Me yes say ye colleague for Bebrefu otie. Ye ntuma mbo obi din a omo femra. Journalists on nimu omo ye sport to omo nimbo.
Omo nimbo ne papa.
A lot of names.
Bebre wo ho.
A lot of names.
Say you na your favorite footballers so. Disappointed footballers and ya ka.
Coach Eben football ni ko Italy.
Sicho ni mbo pa. Or a very good football. Coach Ebenezer Sefa.
Yeah, football ni ko Italy.
Great.
Coach Eben.
Yeah.
Ni mate Dr. Randiabi. By football until on free muntem ko Italy. Yeah, and to know a proper football. That is why we're passing for the game. And the Kosa and the Kem. No a footballer.
Sir?
Yeah.
She say yeah mu bebre na ye say trade anu de.
Who say ade no e say wunya love for the job. Ejuma we. Apafo ne doso. Na ejuma ko tuan ne sa. Enti wanya passing for it. Won come onko.
TV3 Tierinyan. Onim ball pa. Me na ball several times. Oh yeah, very good play. Apeja mu nyina ni ball.
Me amansa apeja.
Yeah, wa ansa apeja. Omu nyina ni ball. Yetani omu say yetani TV3 ball matches inti.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, omu nyina are very good players na. Bebre na ye
disappointed. PJ Mose. Onim ball.
Oh, Mose.
Oh. Onim ball.
Sa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Franco Usu ansa Franco Newu.
Yeah.
Senior midfielder.
Songo ye top goalkeeper.
Top goalkeeper. Me say by this time o tie o pa to na homa. Obecha how to me che. Ntina goalkeeper se na ye polon pala mo po mu a. O kan wa se o kan adwene no. Proper footballer. Proper PJ the free kick ni ade de no expect. Wa onim PJ. Free kick ni ade me ka ye ko Kumasi. One pitch ball from Mesha. Wa onim Kumasi from Mesha. Unse ufi u ramo Kumasi a. After be siase. Wa be simu eje so. Wa ba krapa. What I say no ba kwamo. Before you get to Fumesa. Answer wa ba prade. Wa ba odium. Buedi kentin kro no before tech. Na park bi wo ho na table ball. No free kick obehye no. Wa mu temi ni moment baba. Experts.
Yeah, another kwa JC.
Another kwa JC proper footballer.
Proper footballer.
Oh, na nice kwanso Kumasi.
Yeah, na nice kwanso Kumasi. Proper footballer.
Proper footballer. No there, Ekakutu be close to joining one of the national teams.
Yeah, proper footballer.
Yeah, one of the national team.
Mati say senior Fifi Banson.
Oh, okay.
Ono so yeah proper footballer.
Yeah, mama. Akofa Banson be what that say.
Yes, we proper footballer. Basketball yeah boy. Etin for na e Ghana no.
Bebre
na the ball the ball na.
That is why when to man go to the highest level, you have passion for the game. Either so Babayan Centronia only game nimu and abaye coach. As a best Makobi. No nim boss Michael Essien.
Sana dan coach Ebenezer Sefa catch.
Best Makobi. No nim boss Michael Essien.
Ni mate name Michael Essien, but no nim boss Michael Essien.
Until But I dare be a way be you go be a the source ni free. But you're passionate for something. That is why a man could follow Sadia. No. And see, be fine.
Well,
one day I say to organize media games.
You better organize media games.
Organize media games. Because you start with crying now, but it die so no.
Omobi.
Sir.
Obeso aso boot ni ade. Yeah, what's up line here? Active 0506367196. Aha, AMX 89.7 FM. Na ne do the ne dia kwakogu. Josiah Quaye, ye media games so betina bench. Good morning.
Mutala.
Yeah.
Abomwe.
Nyame na do. O say ye media games ye be switch o say che so hu hia. Say one aka o say player ya man na money position. O say also your number 8. But ye media games na. Ye do over 2.
You see I don't know how many people have seen me play football before. But at the end the only we are now you don't blow your own trumpet. You get
just say ya
who the 9 the anke footballer but me who so see akanda.
The last time we went Adana you call Ajinga no. Oh Elimu share physique now they feel they were thinking say we only ball. So I said the Babu also the own prong. Me unfortunately for me I never got a chance to play a team. Because my papa the own PCBP born at the idea because now ne cousin bi bobo bu ni name ntina na eya na ehun kakra wo
bra no wasa
e na make just dey ko abi se woni mi area ho
wasa woni mi area ho no wasa
obi se woni mi area ho
me ntwam ka ho mo bi ka se akwawe no ni bobo da no wasa
because I na me nye obi na me tie bo team na ade
so said them bo PS3 ni PS2 aka se oni bobo
e na make just say ball na ye bo no that is the reason why we have the technical eye. Because you have to be a technical player yourself to have that technical eye.
Maybe now you US. I know the breed.
I said, okay, sometimes some things you need to see it with your eye.
Ono aye body testimonial match ko mobi ono ankasa ne testimonial match
na hwe na mago enti na miti na me hwe nkwala no but wo de fa awoshi ho ne fa elan ho nyina ne bisa you just ask of my name enye dede no you know and the next time you organize a football match just make sure say you reserve be dey just na ma be bobo so what you say ye ni na ye de ma pass no eni na ye wi no so what another me ma pass mo bi bu ni name pass name since then I decided not to play football again because say pass am be mo bi ebuni name dia why should I play so I just here but it's a Friday and I think say Emmanuel FA Cup na basu
obi di bia mame Africa jo onim
minimum Africa jo oh some of them empty
and Bruce Smith
yeah
that hene kwabra mo aben
oh okay
Mustafa Hajj
yes. Okay.
Omuni play obi na next na ba. We said let's
listen the door so. Come on muni ball ko ba Bebli na so na asa. Bebli na so asa papa obi ti say Lekondo top football journalist. But wasa no. O timi 29 po. But the basi ye pese mo a. Obe analyze Jude. Ya colleague Jude. Jude beti ma kyerɛw formation coach mbo ba the Jude japa so.
Just when you go to YouTube, o de ball me din wo ho. Just bomidin on YouTube. Why? Bomidin are you videos kakra ba. No we see VV kakra.
Yeah, boss.
Since America we say Emmanuel FA Cup quarter final games to be baso over the weekend. But mamen fa kwenye we so na mincha Mr. Prospantoso. That's the CEO of Epiphany Warriors. And the PBB Obia and Chakesi and Komano. And then Mr. Jonathan Ga, was sending message to see of Johnny Restaurant. Over the weekend, I'm saying 2 teams nearby. Arsenal, Airbo, and Arsenal Bomandi, and Hearts and so Air Conswatch. It could be back to back. And I'm about to say it could be back to back tears for Johnny, Mr. Jonathan Ga. One she are not near working. But Mutala, Paul Pogba issue no. I me share Paul Pogba. Sometimes I feel that Paul Pogba has to be off the pitch one of the most controversial players ever to play football. Paul Pogba issues from the days at United Academy, leaving United for Juventus, coming back to United, going back to Juventus. Mutala, there's not been a single time Paul Pogba hasn't been in the spotlight. Even when he was very young, before Befli United, there was a whole saga around Paul Pogba.
The Mino saga.
Na inye easy. Chimamen chipa, na inye easy. You know that it was Pogba was one of the reasons why Paul Scholes wanted to even retire prematurely. Until say el sako fa na ba ya. Obebo season we ya United world. G League now so them or retire. This is a player who is so confident. Che yeka players are omonte near obika form ho. No more yen your Paul Pogba is one. He doesn't care what you say about him. The end say no him say ball no him bo. And she knew how best siding a chen wo boom. But you see, I think say I bring in Eka home. And it's one of the reasons why Paul Pogba is where he is now. In Titier, Eka home.
Ah, yeah, sure.
Oh, I'm telling you. No players need to be in Titier and shada anything. Anko wasn't it recently we heard say ne bra ba bontia because Paul Pogba is using voodoo and the black magic to try and what? Hinder the progress of other players within the national team. No, we heard it. And there's some truth about what he said. Ne ma men ka ho. Yenti ana ne bra mo eko kidnapping. You say ya kidnapping the bra so then nti release no on ransom. No, it's not just Paul Pogba, but look at the Pogba family. From Fiorentine Pogba to Mama Pogba.
Apart from Pogba, Paul no so ni bobo no. Wo mama kan nyina ni bobo so they are off the pitch in some surrounding. Florentine was entertained. Good, that good.
But there's always something surrounding that family. It's America does say, I bring in also here. So I just here because Paul Pogba the root efi Guinea. And he's not a typical player because say won ama yetitin eye bibia of France. It is as Africa na kakra den e wo Paul Pogba. So now Amuko Guinea, he was part of the team that went including Jimmy Butler, Mona Diadie, Amuko Guinea during that coup na esi wo hono. But Mutala, I'm telling you, it's a Paul Pogba issue. It has to do with upbringing. In Titian also then eka.
You feel that is the main problem?
That is the look at Pogba. Pogba, ne Pogba talent. If there is one thing that didn't help Paul Pogba flourish as what? A player. Mutala attitude. And today, just before you turn 31, some few months to you turning, before you turn 31, just look at this. You can say whole issue you find yourself in at this point. I feel sorry for Paul Pogba. Mutala, Paul Pogba issue na me ya. But I say, oh share baby oko fire baby or nanti.
Simeon. Thank you for the interlude. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ghana Supporters Union. Please, time is fast spent. Thank you. Please be reminded that this program is live on GTV Sports Plus and GTV, and also streaming on YouTube and Facebook of GTV Sports. We have a lot of dignitaries in our midst, and so I'll pause here. As the program wears on, I will introduce the rest. Dr. 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 𝐏𝐀𝐂𝐊 is the chief host, the executive chairman of the local organizing committee. It is traditional that he welcomes us to this program. Shall we put our hands together for Dr. 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 𝐏𝐀𝐂𝐊, an esteemed sports journalist and the executive chairman of the LOC. Oh, you can do it better, please. Thank you very much, MC Dan Kwekwe-Ebua, Excellency Vice President of the Republic, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, distinguished personalities, my Minister of Youth and Sports, Honorable Yusuf Mustafa, also a Member of Parliament for Yagaba Kabori, Honorable Regional Minister.
Message be nyamba nti yes say wonya nya need for but start to pay that say we be pie ahanom na yes, you share your knowledge with us because it's always best we have you to explain things to us in terms of Ghana football, the direction and the way forward. None of that metiasebi and coach Jay Sapon and so be kind me say tell me who be maybe sao or say the FA has made some strides and visited some authorities. Mo per se some of the national team coaches. And can you deploy them to schools? No more can PE teachers. No more serve as sports masters. So in effect, national team ejumano no more impact the young ones. But no kwebe in the womb because that is very important to me.
Mutala morning. Me wana mitie mo. Nanedu, I have known him for over 20 years.
Oh, 20 years. That is how him know yakola.
No, I mean, yes, you say what that Jenny Cross.
Obey you. That is how yakola.
No. But I am happy, sir. Today he is doing what
okay.
What he's doing.
All right.
Sometimes when I see him on TV, me what chance now me share discussions on the Ghana Premier League and then the live broadcaster.
Yeah.
Na me who know am I very excited.
Metiasi.
And papa we so sa
Josiah Quaye.
Josiah, but also Nimbo.
Wasa.
Okay.
A fantastic guy.
But now me follow the na mo keka. And do on a mobile. I do on a mobile.
Nipa so a ball, shake to fake. Me who no.
Shake.
Me who ne funny ball to shake ni say shake.
No,
shake to fake.
No, Mzo also a defender, but Shake someone I have known from Kumasi until he came to Accra.
Oh, okay.
You know, he was at GBC.
Yeah.
You know, so back in the day, me Kumasi na me koye commentary. I was always with him and all that. But me who that say wa bobo.
Yeah.
Also no nimbo but me who that.
Me also ono na say. I say Josiah die ni bi.
Also nimbo. Josiah say ko YouTube. You go and search for what?
Mr. Adbanku obedi no won. Or a professional player can be ever power Africa. Yeah.
But it's all good.
Yeah.
Me decided say I just want to walk in unannounced.
Yeah.
For which reason I am here. Also to shall we start here, we start here.
Yeah. All start here.
One country.
All start here. Minimum na.
Start here.
Oh, minimum.
Any TV.
TV na. Start make us say. Omo na omo bie ano. Yeah.
TV me call you don't know say me nam kwanso na call we buy na.
Me tiase here. Yeah.
Me must say yeah the copy we always see.
Yeah.
But on a more serious note, on the question you asked.
Yes.
You and I know, say, one of the things we have decided to do, the Ghana football DNA.
Yeah.
Now, Ghana football DNA, a program, and I say philosophy, you need to start from the basics. And the basics, or even all from the time of Adam, the basics involves the schools. And in efforts to ensure, say, every day the neighbor cut down to the grassroots, not only to grassroots football, but also to the schools. Because Encorado is spending more hours and more time at school, change the hours that they spend at home. Indeed, I could be echo school Monday to Friday, or spending better 9 hours at school Monday to Friday. The whole week, no sporting activity. Or maybe Friday, now I could training. Now I could training Saturday. Now I was Sunday. And now I could training Saturday and now I was Sunday.
Yeah.
The whole week, we're wasting 5 fruitful and productive hours at one point. Because most of the schools don't pay attention to PE like
before.
And we realize that the best possible way to take the DNA to the doorstep of the child is to go through the school system. And over here, CAF introducing inter schools championship. Last year, cry called Togo. U15 for a man Togo. That's where it started. Today, we also scout from the junior high school, and then we use them for the U15. And the whole progression, I do on U17. And non and nam soon we are setting up the first ever Ghana Football Academy. Or Upper East region, Wikogo, or Bogatanga.
And on a bomb about so they call the northern region. Mostly, Upper East region, sorry. They are deprived of such opportunity. It's me who facility and the academy being there. I mean, somebody back who said that is brilliant. Yeah.
Yes, it's one of the things we decided to do because even when you want to look at the fabric of Ghana football, people will go into detail. Players are making impact in the annals of our game. There are a lot of them who came from that part of Ghana. But Bianca facilities, the whole of Upper East, there is no single one playing a football pitch. The entire region don't have
proper
a
single football pitch in the Upper East.
And one thing I convincing FIFA say we wanted to site the project at Wikogo, very close to Bogatanga Senior High School, so that it will serve different purposes. Mutala, they now unveil a project anopa na me wo boga ho me free baby na me da eba facility or technical center ho me share 18 games the following day after we unveiled the facility.
18 games.
Yes, we got floor lights almost boya until 9 p.m. It may be something who say Sanke wo 3, 4, 5 years ago, and by this time, products are a free area almost right into the football structure. Not only the national team, but club level, survey, RTU, survey, Dreams, Tamale, survey, all the other teams, both Emane Memenina in that enclave, in that part of the country. The vision is to cite 3 academies in the 3 zones, in the 3 football zones of Ghana. First one here, Wikogo. Ebe survey Upper East, Upper West, Northern. The second academy, Ebeba Ashanti region, specifically Kumasi. The vision is that, into the model of this academy is now, we go into agreement with junior high schools in the regions concerned. The 3 regions in Tamale, Tamale, Bolga, and Wa. Those 3 regions.
So there are 3 northern blocks.
Yes. Now. We go into agreement with junior high schools and give them a quota for brilliant and good football talents. The agreement, part of the agreement is that we will place them at Bogatanga Senior High School. Nalerugu Junior High School. onimbo bo or the best talent in the school. Owie school no matter his result, there is already an agreement with Bogatanga Senior High School. Say Obetwaso.
Okay.
The far no fresh intakes no. Sakorane the admission is guaranteed. Already secured through the GFA program. A man in Memania.
Okay.
Now you place you more. They are actually students of Bogatanga Senior High School. And the football coaches now attached to the Bogatanga Senior High School Sports Directorate, who are also serving the Upper East, Upper West, and Northern Regional RFEs.
Football coaches.
Yes.
Okay.
Are already employees of the FA. Northern RFE, Upper East RFE, Upper West RFE.
Schools no.
Academy.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
It's your upon school this area or you the lessons 2 o'clock. Training for. And the coaches are waiting for them. And that is what they do on daily basis. If in the end you nurture 300, now you move 15 top football stars are. On the average, it is very good for the football industry. So we are going to repeat same in Ashanti to serve Bono, Ashanti, Western.
Bono, Ashanti,
Western.
and Western.
Yes.
But the academy they were Ashanti region.
Yes.
Okay, now survey that three block.
Then the southern zone, coastal belt, Volta, Eastern, Central, Greater Accra.
And the okay. Then also
will be situated in Accra.
Accra.
Hopefully, Pram will be the best because facilities near Pram Dada. So you wouldn't struggle for accommodation, training, and coaching and all that.
As I see in Adaho, if you want to do anything extra,
and we are even developing more.
Okay.
Very soon, we will erect floodlights. Pram AstroTurf. See another natural pitch. We have concluded negotiations with FIFA. See another natural pitch, standard football. And then we are almost done with the bed power pitch. And then we also want to erect about 3,000 to 5,000 capacity around the natural grass pitch. Intino, Ekobani said Black Starlets boboa. You don't bring them to the Accra Sports Stadium, for instance. Stadium kakraka. Then you probably 1,000 itu na Black Starlets bo qualifier. For us, we think some of those matches can be honored in Pram.
If you have maybe a campaign, yes.
If you have a facility. Because Mako Djibouti, maybe a Kobo under 17 World Cup, be any Djibouti. You know, national team no baby almost done one you know. So this is part of the vision that we have.
It is even same in France. 𝐒𝐿𝐿fontaine.
Yes.
Recently bought some matches. Yeah, princesses. Number one embassy hall with them. I was at the French embassy with them.
Okay.
And almost 𝐿𝐿fontaine. Almost me bought matches. Because
yeah.
A bit me host even high profile games. But okay, but
it's just like St. George's in England.
Okay.
Maybe our national team no campaign.
Okay.
Now the year and once it is certified and approved, you can play all your category A matches there, including Premier League and Division 1.
Yeah, but
it will serve different purposes. Okay. And then part of the vision is also to build a 40 bed capacity hotel.
And no, me person me bass na maybe say, you bedroom maybe we Ghana ha. If the senior national team, the Black Stars, PM, you be qualify no mo ba no mo be campia. You bedroom maybe we ha wait me a campaign or pram.
We are getting there. We are getting there. If you World Cup buy, we made 9 million.
9 million from World Cup.
From exiting the group stage.
Okay.
But of course, World Cup, exit here. It takes 6 months for FIFA to get back to you. They came back to us and told us, of course, be deducted cautions, yellow cards,
red cards, okay.
If indeed, flouty regulations, deductions, be deducted. In the end, we had about 8.2 or so million.
Okay. After all the deductions.
Okay. So we reported to government, and this is how much we've accrued from our participation in the World Cup, having exited at the group stage. Government said, "Yemfa 5.2." And come back to government chest to offset the investment they made from the World Cup.
Okay.
Now 2.8 now akano. we should invest it in a World Cup legacy project. That's how they termed it.
World Cup
Chief of
legacy
Staff,
project.
Yes, Chief of Staff Remo Parine sign letter. No. Or see, we should invest the money in a World Cup legacy project at Pram Pram under the supervision of the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
Okay.
Already know now we had shared our vision and plans with the Ministry of Youth and Sports regarding their hopefully this kind of money
it is scanning in our mamu.
No.
5.2
5 plus went to the
Abain,
government
and
then they gave us 2.8.
Almost some of the take na boy no. Okay,
yes.
enti
And then they gave us 2.8.
And the enam from am say 8 million wo mo
No. In Chechemuna nam dia wa no. Omu cheskane mu mienu. Efa kese no kwa aban ho 2.8 in a buy ho. 2.8 no almost sure letter editor so letter no say ye invest sikano in what they termed as the World Cup legacy project. Ewo pram pram. And you know the vision of the executive council they say we will invest that money to construct a 40-bed maybe 3-star hotel.
Wow.
Ewo pram pram. They have started taking building drawings, architecture, and all those things. And then hopefully.
Na papa masase wo nya na musi ewia masase no encroachment ba ho no.
Okay, so let me give some history to sir pram pram issue no. Yes, okay. It is true say omo wi asase no. And you tell no correct. What it is that Honorable E.T. Mensah, may he so rest in peace. Ena ede asase no ma efi no. Asase no odema efi no na 100-acre land. 100-acre land no odema efi no. Now all these years had no facilities, you sit down also pitches also, you know, the land wasn't registered. It was just lying down there and a project also. It wasn't registered in the name of the FA. Until 2019, when the FA decided to look for documents covering the land, there was none. After this administration took office, the documents be anyhow. And the owners or custodians of the land had taken the FA, you can say, almost occupy land area to court. Why? Because assassin na ebusuan mienu na etwe homanso. Ebusuan ba kono assassin ye omo dey asese omo win court case ne from the Mutual family. Okay. Into where Central University, omo pram campus, omo friend Mutual campus. Ho nyina ka sa family no ejapade.
Okay.
They won the case. Now when they won the case, then they wrote to us to come for renegotiation. Assassin na adaho 5203 usahena
Itimensa
they are mother dada for renegotiation.
Okay.
Of course, at time no honorable Itimensa tiasi. So we involved him, we went, renegotiated, back and forth. Eventually, we agreed on a fee. Into the 100-acre land now today is been reduced to 64 acres. And Kofwa encroachia to manaka 64. Even the 64 as we speak, people are still making attempts to encroach. And 2 years ago, we employed the Ghana Armed Forces. So, to war, fencing, and 64 na canon for us to protect what is left. And then the Executive Council need to take a decision. Say, they are akana and crofo encroach, ye ko pre aje e de akaye de no ho anase 64 na can ye manage because o ko prayer e was say now you have to also negotiate to add that to 64 na aka.
Okay.
Because it was say ahemfo no so etu omo tetu nyina na omo compensate omo to offset their investment and their cost.
Okay.
And eventually we decided to say, okay, in the interim, let's protect what we have, the 64. Fencing wall which we have done. Recently, you call pram you say amount for air try say wall main entrance won nifa say obis episode ton cement to say obi cross SCBB ewo wall na fencing na ya no wa famu akosi bibi wo fencing na chi
so si mumu wo say on car wall no o si on car wall no wasi na de minim
wasi
entrance o minim opa say ono on car say efe mumu wo no o si on wasi ade esim wo de
enti oba ye be ka ho asem. So on a more serious note, that is the state of pram. And so we believe, say, we can do more to uplift the image of the facility. And there I can say, Uko Pramprama, the way I know Kaneno and Tisabim, a lot of things have changed. Even the buildings. They what down honey fancy honey there. It keeps sinking because I'm saying tadium na feeling na every day be a dino air sink.
Yeah.
It's a no and yeah dream how to deal with it because so the FIFA sika a investment project now opese will say no. You need permission from FIFA.
Oh sir.
Yes, you can't just break it down.
Sika the amount now what the project no.
So we know the report come out.
Wow.
So that time no na Seblata or Seblata introduced the Go project.
Yeah, minimum Go project.
There were Go project 1, project 2, project 3. MZA use 4 different phases of the project.
Okay.
And the pram. Seblata call you know now Infantino buy no which project mu Infantino now introduced the forward.
FIFA forward.
Yes. Inti pram bibia wo bia Go project. Now if you want to apply the forward fund, you need approval first of all. And you must also justify why we says now they're developing pram. It goes through a lot of processes.
Okay.
You know, your decision say from the last ESCO meeting, the decision they took no say on person we invested 2.8 million a buying say and find legacy project into the construction of a 40-bed hotel facility.
Now, Mr. Hart, in Yema wa bubosui apart from 40-bed hotel no. Mwasa kasamo pesamo ye 3,000 capacity.
That will come from. That will come.
And Yemano Doso now 2.8 million.
Today, as we speak, no, the 2.8 million is solely dedicated to the 40-bed hotel facility.
Okay.
All the other things I have mentioned, for instance, you erected floodlights.
Okay.
Baby, artificial
theft. Yeah.
Because the idea who say your teams no be break camper. Omo pray training time. Because obi am pese odin kwara na be gina wia so aye training enti anopotutu do mu ye training ene anopoya me no ka say lie ene ne starlets
aye training
omo bo friendly match early in the morning 8 a.m. because on pese ewia beto game no so acha by 10 na wapon enti no we have seen the need to construct floodlights to help the players and the technical team in designing training programs on be na nyumre and no ye dey contract dada. Luckily for us omo be we could go burger project no omo ye dey omo call pram eco assess facility no my cost bibia invoice bibia ma ye dey akọ and it's been approved and you know within the approved by FIFA. Yes. Okay, so within the next few weeks yeah expect say edema na o ma shipping wa be dru e be dru the same company Greenfields, the same company, and floodlights.
Okay.
And then the forward 2.0 and forward 3.0 is also accessible. Forward no 1.0 chem dada. 1.0 no investment near idea ni be a borehole facilities. There you know. To internet connectivity equipment for all the Premier League clubs, all the Division 1 league clubs. All the women's Premier League clubs, they say desktop, internet, printer, and this no. Most of our clubs don't have it at their secretariat. A pressing need, a pressing area. And you know, we told FIFA approved, and we invested part of that FIFA Forward 1.0 no, into buying internet connectivity and office equipment, computers, and all those things for all 48 Division 1 league clubs at the time. All 20 women's league clubs and then all 18 Premier League clubs forward. And now you invest part of that money is also into buying footballs for our juvenile clubs. From 2020, 2021, 22, and last year, we have been investing 100,000 to purchase footballs and supply to all our clubs, juvenile clubs. Women's Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, coast clubs across the country. It may not be enough, but I think it's a good start. This year, it has increased because Yadibi Abekaho, just to ensure, say, because FIFA says now children between the ages of 5 to 15 should have 1 ball per child.
1 ball per child
at the training ground.
And you move to my
Inti ejuma kese
one ball per child.
Yeah, one ball per child. And now they are also saying say a man and kwara man or more interest to play football must be allowed to train with the boys.
Oh,
yes. In Europe, in other parts of the world, that's what happens.
a man who person who
Football from age 5 to 13 should be allowed to train with the boys.
And bibi to say academy now my yes say mo ye or boligano.
Yeah, a man
and training.
Yeah, they are training together.
Together.
Yes.
Wow, that is huge.
But that is the basic level where technique is taught.
Okay.
Into omunya is like a pyramid. The more omo kosrono na eyeketwa. Na fi emba no e branch into their area. Na
no be akoni domain.
Yes.
But none other yen na yetie President Akufo-Addo the State of the Nation address. Yen football for any sports for near train so football on now it seems it is a bit in line with with the DNA, no. Or see he wants to introduce a presidential football policy. So policy, no, it would deal with grooming of talent, developing them, scouting of talent, grooming and developing them. Now that policy, no, FA. Mubatu mu DNA naturally na mu DNA aye juma na say you merge the two and work with it.
National football policy sani a omampeni Akufo-Addo kan no laudable because you cannot call yourself a football nation when you do not have any proper document governing your development of football. Development of football broad. Getting the right or competent or qualified coaches one important area. In the past, there was some do maybe me for 𝐒𝐏𝐎𝐒 nimkra or North Carnation. You know, when he was alive, I used to go there a lot to learn from him. In 𝐒𝐏𝐎𝐿 or Brazil, no akoye coaching course, or akoye 6 months, or akoye training, no oba no yet na attach academicals. Ike Afrani same. Or Brazil, no share 6 months. Those days, or Hinijan, Nivision, no. Then we had Winneba Sports College. Na a Hokra, we had an academia. Na your mine academia, or man and a titi omo. Today, all those things are gone.
Why?
They are no more because the state, not the FA, the state.
What's it the state?
Yes,
or mine?
No. Yes, or
okay. And then your FA.
Or my muno, area fee. Because those days, growing up, what is it? Will be a director of sports at Winneba Sports College. Charles Ayemunyina, may he so rest in peace. Later, he became the director of Pram. What I say? What is it? Will be a director of football at Winneba Sports College, or a head of coaching, or a head of PE. Bachelor for J. Sapo and all of them. And you understand? Yeah. Today, why is it? It's a broad. It's not just about rhetorics. It needs heavy investment. It needs patience. It needs capacity building, and it needs proper structures.
Proper structures.
Yes, because talent identification. Why not identify talent now? If there is a talent in my village, boy, why not echo identifies our talent now? In the past, we have regional sports development officers. In the past, the regional sports development officers, they supervise district sports development officers. District sports development officers supervise circuit sports development officers. So there is a chain of command. The Suboy Amanati teacher man teacher chere circuit. Obabe scout to me. That is where I grew up, and I was a good footballer. Me name my brother Penina. What I say, that is where I grew up. Me boya to the regional level. George Yamwa was my kind of mate.
Okay.
Eastern region, regional school.
Yeah, regionals.
Inter-regionals. He was a captain that time. No, or Akusomo International. So I'm saying that it involves a lot of structures. It's not about rhetorics. So in the circuit, games. Abia grown bobo sona chechire teacher mante amanase esuboy okrase suhum. Sa circuit sports development officer no or one crofo or muye adwuma no. In the 15, they go to the villages and come back with a report. Then it is escalated to the district sports development officers level. Then it goes to the regional. Then the regional will feed the national. It involves a lot of work if it is that you want to do it well. The Germans did it in 2004 after they exited the European Championship.
Yeah.
In 2004, they agreed winning.
Yeah.
They realized they needed to go back. And that is what gave them Mesut Ozil, Toni Kroos, Suka Pakuta Mone, Jerome Ochremo, Jerome Boateng. And today they are still using that structure to feed their game. We have seen the need to introduce the football DNA, which we have started. Now the DNA is taught at all our licensed coaching courses. After that, we have seen the need to begin our own academy. We want to continue in Kumasi and settle down
the Ghana
in
Football
Accra.
Academy.
Yes, the Ghana Football Elite Academy.
Through
This program, we have trained scouts trained by UEFA and FIFA. Recently, last weekend, justify in all the regions for children between the ages of 15 and 17. We want to look at it. Then we'll bring them to Pram Pram, put them there. Lai and his coaches will screen
between
them,
15 and 17.
Yes.
Across Ghana.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last week.
Justify.
Yes, last week. Yeah, at the regional level. Regions uniform kind of scouting event. And Obia then a report about the scouts who went have submitted their report. Technical directorate Professor Mintadano Ebeshe. Then we will put the good ones in Pram Pram. Now they will enter the U17.
Mr. Hart, in Yama Obubosui, not just the FA are taking a lot of initiative.
Most of the work that is being done.
Enti Adena Mumo because now Ababe Toja, most they are a section of people almost say football say Abe general tema or your football no I say your football not say. You as Mr. Hart, communications director of the Ghana Football Association, why you do my way be that? When someone is coming from that view, or you're insider, how do you explain?
I never sat on radio to say Ghana football is good.
One can be that.
Never. Because opposite shallow-minded analysis. You jump on it. Oh, football is good. But me akani yakase bibi egua. It means it doesn't exist. Yamo's band egu eni hobi African Brothers Band na ye nana oboba je adofo eda no me wasu boy no mba ho concert egu is non-existent. Apollo Hikings Band amachi dede eda no egu is non-existent. Ade a egu ni wiase. And let's be and there is no ambiguity. A shallow argument. And if you want to follow the crowd, you will fall for it. Be ni wiase a egu ewo wiase. Ade a egu. Ena yeti hey say Max e chanopa offer phone na ofre Mutala say be ma adwuma biom station no me nye bi magu no. It means it is utuni in utuni in 89.7 ebeye she
and let's say egu.
There are challenges. I agree.
You admit that there are challenges.
Of course. Listen, as we speak, House of Folk does not have a home ground to play football. As we speak, Legon cities, they don't know where they will play their home matches. As we speak, Dreams FC, they are struggling for a home venue. Challenges.
So the association appreciates.
Let me land. Yeah. And this is Ghana. We call ourselves football nation. Say you produce SCN, you produce Muntari, you produce Asamoah. We do not even have a standard stadium in the whole of Greater Accra.
Standard stadium
in the whole of Greater Accra, because they say Accra Sports Stadium Yatum. Yato Accra Sports Stadium. Say stadium Ben Biom Newa Accra. Kachireme. Mutala Unimu Kachireme. So there are challenges, and the challenges that confront our football is not the doing of Ketokreku. It's not the doing of Mark Ado, who is the vice president, or the doing of Prosper Harrison-Ado, who is the general secretary. Because it is a social contract of every government to provide football infrastructure for the development of football. You see AstroTurfs bebree wa Accra ni nyina ye up to standard. Wo de ye hwe ye Madina, wo de ye hwe ye Fadama, wo de ye hwe ye Tema is completely gone. Tema say players no nam so a omo nam abuom because it was constructed about 13 years ago or so. It has outlived its value. Into players no nam so munya ankle injuries. AstroTurfs mile 7, it has no value. Into your pride you say you construct AstroTurfs and be AstroTurfs. Wo de ye hwe ye. Unfortunately, that is the truth. And that is the challenge. Today, our football competes with other social products. It is a challenge. I agree.
Competes with other social
products. Wedding, a social product. Funeral, a social product. Outdooring, social product. It's just like football. Entertainment shows, social product. So the football is competing with other social products which didn't exist as it is seen today.
Yes, and then Osu cemetery hono omodo che omo a obohu omo stadium.
I think is unfortunate say obi be kasa asem no, and when I hear I feel very sorry because listen Mutara, this industry has fed me for about 20 years of my life. This industry has fed me and my family for about 20 years of my life. I will never ever speak ill of this industry. But for this industry, maybe I wouldn't be where I am today. Because school, say me engineer, me radio, so me TV.
But do you appreciate?
And the benefits that I have accrued from this industry, I will never ever speak ill of this industry. So unfortunately, say we be say nipa ko Osu cemetery door so che omo ko hwe.
But what can say biama?
Oko in century. Now who crowd now? You wouldn't say that.
Nana Institute.
Yes.
Park.
Samatex.
Samatex. Okay.
Oko Bechemwa. You wouldn't say that. Oko Gold Stars. You wouldn't say that. Go to Koramansan Echna has a ball. Listen, as recent as last week, Bando was full. Bando,
yeah, Heart of Lions.
What did you see? Was it not full? When we stadium are you full? Yes, football Egusu, Bando are you full? We have challenges, and the challenges come from House of Folk and Kotoko. Their fans are used to winning. Their fans are used to consistent results. And once the two clubs don't get consistent results, forget it. Nobody will invest over $4 million in Hearts of Folk if a football negu. Togbe, look at the facility he's put up at Pobiman. Look at the secretariat. Mekra, 8 years ago, I said something to him. I told him, say, Ombu secretariat in Ingo form. Now on your underground car park. On use that same space. On your underground car park. Now on for first floor and your offices. Now on for House of Folk secretariat no enko second and third floor.
And they said no what you know what they
na yan sika ade no this was something I said to him 8 years ago. And today I am happy say me who say that dream has become a reality. Okay. So Mutala, I agree. There are challenges.
And FA appreciates the challenges. I want to person be bano. FA say there are challenges.
Which is why you have been put into power to fix those challenges.
Oh, okay.
You take it over. We had gone 6 years without juvenile football, coast football. 6 years. Nobody was playing coast football in Ghana. 5 years. There was no coaching education, as in coaching course in Ghana. You take it over. Your national teams. In fact, 2018, we didn't even qualify for the World Cup. 2022, we qualified for the World Cup. You take it over 1 year on. 2021, we won the under-20 Africa Cup of Nations in Mauritania. Today, Fatawu Ishahaku is one of the big boys in world football. Yeah. Is he not from Ghana?
Very talented.
Yes. Ghana football egu. But there is an academy in Ghana that has produced Kamaldeen Suleimana, Mohamed Kudus, and so forth and so on.
They say a national team they right to dream for the video.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Years ago, Liberty had 8 players in the national team. 8. In 2004, we didn't qualify for the Cup of Nations in Tunisia. Na Ghana football egu. Where were you in 2004? Yes, but I'm saying that 2002, you pamo players, national team players from camp in Mali. Sami Kufuor was sacked from camp. Derek Boateng was sacked from camp. Michael Essien for one match. Also on to Mintina or far playing Bua, no call back to Bastia. 2002 in Mali. Yes, yes. In 2004, we didn't qualify for the AFCON. Rwanda, Jimmy Gatete and Olivier Karekezi. Ratome Dukovic was their coach. You hear the Kofa and by a Black Stars coach. You know they qualify for World Cup. Did anybody say the Ghana football is good? And like I said, be anywhere egua a whole life.
Adia ba kwa Ghana for kasa. Ntese me na me bube when you feature me, you are a senior brother. Yes, say upon cheni fi nsu ase be catch so den cheme wu a ye ni ne chinie. Eno na nipa bebre e dia asem. Mo say Alhaji Gruza was part of the management committee or joining the crusade that Ghana football agu. And you know how we reason. And no correct fi say no crowd kan na we free mo ene o see
again. It is unfortunate. Alhaji is my father and I respect him. But let me give you a scenario. Mutala, King Faisal produced Ibrahim Tanko. King Faisal produced Samir Josiah Quaye.
Mr. Chief Secretary.
Sami Kufuor, Ibrahim Tanko, Malam Yaya, Yusuf Chipsa, Ben Wilson, Osei Boateng, Sheila Alhassan, Sheila Iliasu. All these players were sold to Europe for big money.
I think at a point they had Kojo Poku.
Yes.
Mahala to
today King Faisal does not even have a training ground. After selling all these players to Europe, it takes the intervention of His Excellency Mamadou Bawumia to buy them a bus. And then the owner of this club that produced all the names that I have given you to Abuche for good money. In 2006, men coach Chilekra, men ka Sami Kufuor, men ka Malam Yaya, men ka Ibrahim Tanko. Ibrahim Tanko ya Faro Kumasi straight to Borussia Dortmund.
Kumasi straight to Borussia
Dortmund.
Yes.
Yes. Men coach Chilekra, men koho. In 2006, Sheila Iliasu was transferred for 1 million euros to Spartak Moscow in Russia. 1 million euros. King Faisal does not have a training ground, and you are telling me 𝐒𝐏𝐿 𝐏𝐂 is the problem? And we go for a demonstration. King Faisal, what on players including Yusuf Chipsa, Ben Wilson, Sheila Alhassan, Sheila Iliasu, Kojo Poku Mahala. What on when
recently they sold Kwame Pepra.
Eric Gau, one of the longest transfer sagas in Ghana football. King Faisal does not have a training ground. They can't pay their players. But
Mr. Hart, from the FA's point of view, do you appreciate
minimum football owner or Ghana will make £6 million within 3 years? Sikanashi went to me and see one training ground. Were we not in Ghana when Joseph Pinto was sold for 3 million euros?
Yes.
What is the state? What is the state of Tema Youth today? They are playing in Division 2 in the Eastern region. And then that same person will turn around and blame 𝐒𝐿 𝐏𝐂. We have to be fair. We have to be honest. We must speak the truth. Alhaji Slaitete, Oton Derek Boateng, Oton Michael Essien, Oton Ibrahim Atiku, Razak Pimpon, Razak Ibrahim, or the Liberty Park, or this is Secretariat. Players that he doesn't pay for hotel. In fact, I lived in Dansuman for 10 years. Not many players live in a tea. Oh yes, I mean, maybe a Dansuman man. Another one, hey, still cry. Yeah, your customers be common interest.
Because another question you many papa. Only I'm referring your senior girlfriend. I go to work. Also, me and one mupa.
Yeah, your girlfriend, me ne bobo Ebenezer.
Yeah, also the mupa.
Girlfriend I go to is another good footballer. I'm saying Ubodini.
I'm referring.
Me ne bobo every Sunday morning.
Oh,
Ebenezer Senior
High School.
Me boss is about 8.
Sir. But now she will young Quaye.
Godfred or Bobo Papa. TM, me say Godfred or Bobo Papa. Death touches.
Only my idea, Mr. Some of the finest sports journalists are in Nimo Viasia.
Godfred or Bobo Papa.
Perfect, no. Gary Neville, Mr. Atomo. Oh, yeah. They are super, but bored of them.
Me say, friend no, friend no, Nebisan say, friend Nebisan say, friend Nebisan say, Ebenezer. My boss is over it.
Okay, but Mr. Hart, on the more serious note,
yes. Let me conclude the point I am making. What I am saying is that when you make money out of football, you need to invest. You must invest back.
And only a problem, Nana.
Our biggest problem in this country is that we make money off the industry and we don't invest. We don't invest. Still, Metiona me dream one, and I struggle to understand why 𝐒𝐏𝐲 United, for instance, find things difficult. Club now will produce Tony Ebuano. Club now will produce 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 𝐏𝐂𝐊. Club now will produce Amadou Bello. No. Club now FA Cup we need 2 times. We call finals 4 times. No. Recently, me call MC or fundraising event be my omo. Kwa fundraising event be or they raises sika for 𝐒𝐲𝐲 United. Me you know honestly me around me. Me papa ekwa ni sabe. Na me fan crazy. So I'm saying that look, Roman Abramovich bought Chelsea.
Yeah.
In the first 4 years, he invested. Then later,
no repair reward, no.
So you have to invest to recoup, and when you recoup, it must go back into the industry. That is our problem. That is why it saddens me so much. Say a club like King Faisal does not have a training ground.
Yeah, 20 AD.
Yes, that is been the cycle.
Reinvestment is not happening.
That has been the cycle. It is a auto players be a 15. Now we need training ground. Now we say nipa na o te so o ye president ni na ye problem.
Because I've had this question a lot. Say now in a clubs no mo ton players no but ye hu your mo di sika na ye. I've had that question a lot.
What I can admit, look, my club football pain.
Yeah.
What I can admit is sometimes when you sell sikano untumi fine ye and nema gidi. For instance, Abia the whole year Wabo League 1 ton player. It happens. The whole year Wabo League 1 ton player. It can happen like 2-3 years now 1 ton player. It happens. But over ton player be a 150,000 euro, 200,000 euro, $200,000. A bit offset a canopy, but a yen. But I'm saying that if you have a plan, you can get a training ground out of it. You can get a secretariat out of it. And the rest, you go into the technical aspect. We are only interested in field. Here, I'm not talking about the football pitch, but results. Kotoko 1 has 1. That's all we are interested in. Even in this industry, sometimes we forget that it is only football that employs every facet of the world workforce and expertise. Football employ a lawyer, Beboa.
Yeah.
Football employ a doctor. Yes.
Or a lecturer.
Okay.
Yeah.
DC chairman.
They be Oshamo class
yes.
Or say you have been watching your start times.
Okay. So football employs a lawyer. Doctor. Nurse. Physio. Accountant. Journalist. Even the cleaner. Secretary. Beza. All these people are employed by football. Into we year ubenya somfaso.
Now ya call AFCON aba ye free group stage. Ye ba coach Chris Hilton ye jana kwan oko we are looking for another coach. Ebi say mumu aso na mo ye coach nye problem mo pese mo kata situation so ntina ma wonu nkonsa so nko na mo ko fa new coach aba. Eno so won self saying.
How did we repeatedly concede late goals in the tournament? So we football on our tiasia. Ubemu say technically there was something wrong.
Technically there was something wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
Sebi fiti prekope and they take a decision. You know, we engaged the coaches. We allowed them to speak. They spoke based on their omukae and they catch say we cannot continue. And if it is that you are engaging or you take a decision, and by this time, I'm sure Didi would have spoken. I'm sure George would have spoken. Look, Mutala, George Boateng is one of the casualties. Yeah. But you can't say we are interested to apply. Or apply. In fact, he was interviewed.
George Boateng apply.
Yes. If it is that Ghana for and omo as a kasa no say ekatasumu mu aso na ya sheda na ya pamo coaches na because here na a problem na George Boateng wouldn't have made a U-turn to come and apply. Never. Baby a ya pamo we free a treat you no person was anko.
Coming ko bi.
Me metie. Sabi. Me free mama ye mu ba no man fa position am wi ase o. Na me konso am fa position bi anko. Nti baby a mete no eni me trim ze metena ho until the end of the world.
Okay.
Nti etna me free efi na mpadwumi aya me metie I can go back to GBC. Nobody will say no.
Crowd betima work
here me fa me ba me ko say Max office on to me ka say there
on friend mpo be
me friend mpo ana me pekra me nka chi obi am betra console na chi
obi antimi ka hwe
because I have built relationship and the system trusts me. And nothing that George Boateng would even muster courage and apply. Listen, a lot of decisions didn't go well, a lot of technical errors in our view, and of course, admitted by the technical team. And we felt the only appropriate thing to do was to part company. Obiago pen baby atra. As for the halabaloo, the hangover, the wishy-washy argument and all the mole sentiments, it will come up. But sometimes you do not have to be confrontational. I was saying, you listen. And me, I have listened to a lot of things. Obikra ba Abidjan when see Black Stars training ground one day, and so I feel like and 90% of the things they say are just not the truth. Everything was provided for the technical team. In fact, technical team here disbanded, which was led by Chris. 24th of every month, no Musaka on salary. There is no single passing month on salary may go beyond 24th. They are paid on time. Bonuses are paid on time. Allowances are paid on time. And we kept that because you nimbiya among foka. Now the salary delay. No. So we ensured with the ministry, and let me say, Honorable Mustafa Yusuf, on that I doff my heart for him. Say, and no dear, salaries are always paid on time. In fact, omo push that propaganda say if you know Chris Uti and say, look, Mutala in I said this somewhere last week. Sebi. What is a Black Stars? Eko Bobo Angola. No man anti formal free Angola because ye pese coach ni failida.
Derby.
They always fly on the best arrangement. They sleep in the best hotels, and they receive the best conditions ever. It's when you provide all these to the team, and results are not delivered. Who takes the responsibility? Who takes the responsibility?
Well, what coach ama? Let me ask you the status of a coach the new coach for the Black Stars. Mate say committee ne so must submit reports. Is it the ESCO? Yes, but nothing has really come out.
The report was submitted, I think, on Tuesday. The ESCO will definitely meet, and officially the committee led by Ura Ado will explain what went into the decisions thereof. I know, say over 600 coaches applied, and they selected some of the top ones, engaged them. And I know, say they even spoke to coaches that Oma apply crapo. They spoke to coaches outside those who applied. I know people like Michael Osei have all been interviewed and all that. So once the report has been submitted to the Executive Council, it will be scrutinized, it will be discussed, and then the ESCO will take a position and make a decision and then inform stakeholders. Here I'm talking about Ministry of Youth and Sports, hopefully Ministry of Finance, because government must pay the salary. And then whoever is coming, whether on any backroom staff, who will be the assistants, all those things will be discussed.
Okay.
Once we have gone through these formalities, we will make an announcement and then organize a press conference for the coach to speak to Ghanaians through the media.
Okay. Now, what can finance, Meniaji? As I did my biggest headache as this current administration is the fact that apart from the Black Stars head coach, other national team coaches problem kakra.
Yeah, at the moment, I think Nora
Nora Hoptel.
Yeah.
The Black Queens head coach.
Yeah,
yeah. Why is the government not paying?
We had an arrangement with Nora to come and help us. In Tubeha, the entry point was the Black Princesses. Costa
Rica
FIFA World Cup or Costa Rica.
No count.
That was, yes. We brought her in as a technical advisor to the then coach Ben Foucault to come and assist. You check Nora's contribution to the team, even though we couldn't progress from the group stage. We felt she would be useful to our football ecosystem. So we decided to engage her further. Eventually, she agreed to come back and take over the Black Queens, which is why she's now in charge of the Black Queens. And for me, she has done an incredible job.
So the FA is impressed with the job that Nora Hoptel has done so far.
We are overly impressed. This is a team that didn't qualify for the previous AFCON. This is a team that was on the road of decline. And then Mesitego started. She got to a point and the ESCO felt we needed a change. So they brought in Nora. And she has done extremely well taking over.
Extremely well, Mr. Hart.
Mutala, before Zambia, we had gone, I think, 10 games without defeat.
Yeah, 10.
Then we beat Namibia 3-1 to qualify for the AFCON, the Women's AFCON. The previous one, you can qualify. The previous one in 2018, we played because we were the host nation. And even that, we didn't progress from the group stage.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah, the Nigeria.
Yes. Yeah. So I am saying that based on what I observed in 2019, 18-19, and where we are today, me say, waye ejumason a was a bonabaso. Yen kakra, yen share the course 3 days ago in Ndola. A team that had lost in Accra went to Ndola and nearly forced the game into extra time and penalty shootout. But for the late Jennifer Kujo red card, I kobaya almost a free kick, a take. And I think that we want to do everything possible to maintain her, to keep her here. Wow. To continue Ejuma.
Oh, you know. Mr. Hart, and Chameja Mwako. Na before I be no, where the football and pesa de ma yina, yes stakeholders the media will be involved in football, because even the president of the land, President Nana Adu, appreciates their challenges with our game. It as stakeholders. Okay, first of all, Mr. Way, have the FA been tolerant enough towards the media?
I think we have been overly tolerant. Overly tolerant. Sometimes make right you question me juma me, at the board level. Say, why are you not going toe to toe and head to head with the media? But the truth is that sometimes you have to develop a certain culture of being a listener rather than a talker. Of course, you cannot go to a tournament and exit at the group stage and expect the people to be happy. Oba any aye party amao na ye the red carpet abe saying Kotoka International Airport say Benantiso. Sida. Me, I was in Ivory Coast. They now Equatorial Guinea share omono. You should be there to see the way the Ivorians reacted. And eventually when they stayed in the competition. We all saw their attitude. And they are 3-time champions of Africa. And you know, yes, this you can always express your sentiment, but if it is that you are personally attacking players and their families and that, that is where I have a problem. And some of them too were lies. You know, some of the lies is something that I think we have to stop. Because as someone who cannot say and draw, why do you even have to say it? For instance, Mete Bakubi say Black Stars etu kwan ko tournament na GFA ESCO members the team nechi omo kwa nom ne ma ededa wo Black Stars hotel. Such a lie. You can easily be taken on. You can easily be taken to court. In fact, as far as this tournament in Ivory Coast is concerned, there was no ESCO member who was at the Black Stars hotel. Nobody, with the exception of the president and the vice president. They were the only ESCO members who were with the team at the hotel. Odro Safo, Lord Zico, and all the other ESCO members were housed somewhere far away. The only day I who they are ebia yewo matcha no more beji omu ticket no more the stadium. But some of these things were said. You see players in Nantem, you see players I say ni nyina draw. You understand?
Oh, okay.
Let me I wanted to give a certain scenario.
Okay.
Say it is unfortunate that Yako tournaments, 2 in the last AFCON tournament, Yako 2, and then 1 𝐒𝐏𝐬. And then 1 𝐒𝐏𝐬, no. We are worried. Me, he exited tournament, by 3 days, na me into Mindidi. In Qatar, maybe Picosro after we exited. Because one leg or one foot is in the other stage, now you're blown off. And look at the circumstances that led to our exit. Qatar.
Yeah.
You started your penalty, now you say no. And then here, you shoot 2 goals. 91st was the 93rd minute now.
Yeah,
you know, it hurts a lot. And I understand that football is an emotional sport. I went to the dressing room to bring up some of.
So you understand the sentiments of Ghanaians?
Yes.
So
I'm saying that every Ghanaian who is not happy deserves to rant. I don't have a problem. Even the media, you can rant, you can rave. I have been around for quite a while. Not a long time though, but quite a while.
Ache, Mr. Hart, ache. Oh.
Because Germany 206. I was happy. Especially after I share US, when I knew that we had progressed to the next stage. South Africa 2010 was fun. Brazil 2014 was a disaster. No Ghanaian journalist was happy. You can qualify for 2018. 2022, I went in a different capacity. Because AFCON 206, 208 was here. Angola 2010, Mekoye. Equatorial Guinea 2012, Mekoye. 2013, South Africa, Manko. 2015, Equatorial Guinea, Mekoye. 2017, Manko. 2019, Mekoye. But I was working for CAF. 2021, Mekoye. I was working for GFA. 2023, I was working for GFA. So I have been around and I know how it feels when your team goes to a tournament and perform. But when your team goes to a tournament and does not perform, you have every right to talk. If it is not constructive and it's about falsehood and it's about lies, that is where I have a problem. But if it's about constructive, say coach say those are normal things. It happens everywhere in the world. Uruguay, Barbados, Kuwait, Azerbaijan, everywhere in the world where there is football, these things happen. It's no problem if you want to criticize.
Okay.
And I have repeated this over and over again. Say, when you are insulting the footballer, for instance, Ghanaian journalists in Ivory Coast were insulting the footballers in the full glare of the world. And my colleagues were taking photos, taking videos. And when my colleagues at CAF, the CAF media officers, say, Henry, is this what you go through in Ghana? And I said, sometimes it's even worse, but we manage. Because the journalists are standing in the mixed zone Asebi omu use vulgar words.
And I can't say, maybe
On the back of that, yes. You know, but it is behind us.
Okay.
We want to focus. These things happen as part of leadership. Sometimes you need to take all these things on your chin and move on. And we have moved on.
Okay. Now, finally, before I come on, we association. I'm on the Ghana Football Association. Say, munye ni ye. The Oka way now say the Football Association appreciates say challenges. Oh, why I was here.
A lot of challenges.
President Akufo-Addo said there are challenges with our football. What does the football
My example. Before I call AFCON, we met the president, Nana Akufo-Addo, at Jubilee House, the ESCO, and of course, I was there because I speak for the FA. We were there. Yekache President Akufo-Addo say, the whole world, obie niwa, Oden in Sabinkum ebeche ne Josiah Quaye. But if you look at the economy of Ghana, the biggest investors in Ghana are alcoholic beverage companies. This is one of the things we told him. Now, alcoholic beverage companies like Guinness Ghana Limited, Accra Brewery Limited, and all Adonko Company Limited, and all. Sorry, I'm mentioning these companies.
No problem. Oh, say,
don't say.
Abba.
Okay. These companies are not allowed to sponsor this show. Mutala.
Yeah.
You can imagine growing up. Black Stars Kobobo, every Black Stars game, Guinness. Yeah. Ohiniba Charles, I don't know. So Ohiniba Charles, one of the finest journalists in Ghana. Later he went into event management and he was the event manager for Guinness Ghana. Every Black Stars game, Guinness donation. I'm Black Stars. Today, we can't see Guinness. We can't see Club. We can't see Adonko or any of those alcoholic beverage sponsors. Rather, they are taking the money outside Ghana to go and invest on international platforms.
Yeah.
And the money is enriching foreign economies. And I hear brewa.
TV so
yet alcoholic beverage companies and yes sponsorship of any event until after 9 p.m.
Yeah.
You see more alcoholic beverage advert. Ghana radio, Sony Ghana TV so until after 9 p.m. And so you super sport. You won't say Club beer logo so we are getting 2 o'clock. Guinness logo so we are getting 2 o'clock.
Carlsberg, Heineken. So we are losing.
We are losing big time. And these are the companies with heavy pockets. These are the companies with heavy pockets. And this is one of the things we discussed with the president. Ottawa, you were shocked. Really? Are you sure? He kept asking. Or say, on a sports minister, and they will get back to us. We haven't heard anything.
Okay.
Another issue, Mutala, say GFA, Puma at the footballs, jerseys, training kits, boots, every Germany, Ekra at the Brian or Ghana. I was saying you could sometimes 800,000.
Mr. Hassam now kind of missing me. Say national team Accra Enyema Ababe Drew airport. Na national team na asa kwa kutieska. Let's say yes I buy the tria. It will kind of Sasa me don't know what the command wa catch pesa but me team them say Mr. Hart I say Mr. Hart ke dey me nyin yo. Ebe den wa kutieska. National team akotwe FA kutieska say oje national team apparel.
Yeah ko AFCON 19 December ya we paid over 800,000.
800,000 Ghana cedi
to clear Black Stars jerseys and kits, training kits from the port. Listen, technical center na we kogo. We paid to clear the goods from the port, but it's serving the community. Does that not reduce the burden of government? In fact, we wrote to the government through the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Deputy Minister of Finance say they cannot grant us our wish. Now you say your request say goods na FIFA ashepe abano, Greenfields ashepe abano, and go my waiver. Na yem fan claim free port. He stayed there.
And no waiver na mo pre.
Yes, my waiver. They didn't grant it. A good port wa ma demurrage eche no. We paid over 100,000.
just na Black Star ba share the abobo.
Just now
Black Quaye say ba share.
Frame ya gajem say chale o mpere replica ba.
Eno kra wo de meka jesi. Just ni mu ko tua ho.
Ye tua ho ka.
Ka port ansa na ma clear.
Yes, na the abana national team dia kobobo. But national team no yes your mind there.
But that is the government's job. Mr. Hart. 800,000. Adi ebetima ye okroma for football no. Juvenile football 800,000 what they can do.
You to be as much as 800,000 to clear goods, jerseys, goods, boots, those things from the port.
That is outrageous, Mr. Hart. We can't go on like
and
that.
It's one of it's contained in the proposal we sent to government. Say omo be mine. And again, say House of Folk Bobo Accra Sports Cinema, you 17.5 tax.
17.5 tax. Is it from the accrued?
Yes, from gross.
Oh, na say no benya. Abba.
It is a 1,000 cities near 17.5.
Abba, 17.5. Besides, it's too much.
That is why I told you, say, there are issues. There are major issues confronting our industry. It doesn't take me.
Yeah.
It doesn't take me to solve it. It takes everybody for us to come together to solve it.
Where the work of us, is there not a collaboration between the GFA, the NSA, and the Ministry of Youth and Sports? Because I say, we are different entities. I say, you people don't collaborate. Because none other who say NSA boss call Public Accounts Committee now. The minister was saying a different thing. And I said, you are not collaborating. What is happening?
We are an independent entity.
Yeah, I know.
We report to the ministry. What happens at the NSA? What happens is that everybody season BR. Your letter at the NSA say yes, wrong. We use state-owned facilities, depending on teams are able league, So, for instance, Kumasi Kotoko, Idibabayara,
okay,
Tamale, Karela, any RTU on the Tamale Stadium, Accra, House of Oak Olympics, Accra Lions, into Accra Sports Stadium, and then where else? Second D is out because Hazakes, and then maybe Cape Coast.
Cape Coast.
Days Nana Dwarfs Then we included Cape Coast. Yeah, with dates or the calendar for the season, and then they also come back to us, notify us whenever there is an event. So between this day and that day there will be an event. Now what happens is that in the course of the season certain kickoff times change. For instance, any Gold Stars Airbo 6 p.m. 6 p.m. no more no. Ebia 2 months ago we told them the game will be at 3 p.m. and because the date necessary they cost 6 p.m. All we do is to provide fuel to power the gen set. They provide the fuel, they power gen set, Then we move on. What I say, there is always that synergy between us and the NSA. The NSA also report to the ministry, just as we also report to the ministry.
Mr. Hart, final words, Emma, stakeholders now. You need football, the FA is in charge of football. The government appreciates their challenges going forward. And here, going forward, what should
we need heavy investment to push the industry forward. If we want to compare ourselves to the likes of Ivory Coast, who spent over 1 billion euros to host the recent AFCON, and we have to do a lot. People say Ghanaian players say yes, sorry, I call Ethiopia, I call Kenya, I call why? Because in Kenya the state finance everything. In Algeria the state finance everything. In Egypt it's the same. You understand? But here in our case, the state plays no role at all, not even at the grassroots level. And then people will struggle to tell more they are players do national team level. State in say media have taken over. So we all have a duty or a role to play. Come together and help each other to bring up the industry. And then also capital injection in infrastructure. England recently, Algeria, you call AFCON. They decided to buy a hotel to camp their team. They didn't want to take risk. England, they built a whole facility in South Africa. They didn't want to take risk. Germany, they built a whole facility in 2014 in Brazil. They won the World Cup. So there is the need for us to inject invest, pump money into the industry, and produce good players. We have been lucky over the years. Even though the investment is low, out of the blue, Nienya Stars 4-5B, they formed the nucleus of the team. Look at the generation of Essien. It took the blessing of Alhaji Ibrahim Slateta to give us Essien, Ibrahim Razak, Derek Boateng, Razak Pimpon, Razak Ibrahim, Wahid Mohammed, Kote Blankson, Patrick Enchi, you know, and those players. Samuel Jan, Sule Muntari, John Pinto, last Michelle Adokwe Papo, America. We all have to come together and put our shoulders to the wheel and push the industry forward. So is harder. They say because assume then we will be at a standstill. We can never grow.
Mr. Atia, that's say yeah.
On another note, let me say thank you to Max Media, IMAX Media. Listen, it is not easy. I've spent all my life in this industry. It's not easy to produce one football game and put it on TV. IMAX industry, mu produce quadra match, na mu produce Madie, na mu produce Premier League. Ya damase papa.
But yes, you problem. Yes, you problem. Me ametia. Josiah, any minute, Tony Bebli, yes, your problem, and no personal problem.
Only maybe problem.
Yes, a problem. Maybe no personal problem. Say, we cover a lot of games. You cover the Black Queens, BIAB. But when you are going outside for major tournaments, you
cannot have a problem with me.
Me no problem. No problem.
It cannot be a problem with me. You have a problem with the establishment, not necessarily with me. Because maybe there is something you don't know. Maybe I don't determine who travels and who doesn't travel. Maybe you don't know. So maybe you have a problem with the establishment.
Okay.
And you have to make that problem official. So let your bosses make that problem known to the FA.
Official.
Yes.
Yeah, better documents.
Yes,
so,
and then we'll deal with it.
Okay, Mr. Hart, and out today, Harry Asante Chum, Communications Director of the Ghana Football Association, and about a few of the messages now for the Yemfa course, and then you be over Raneka Kranti. And why? Manitias say Riggy, no, Riggy for Montreal Kaka. We say good morning, Mutala. I'm wishing all the panelists in the studio a happy new month, but Yamal, Botri, and anyway, by we say good morning. I want to use this opportunity to wish my sister happy birthday, Jennifer Nobla. Okay, we also say Osimhen is between 130 to 140 million release clause, so high, confirmed by Fabrizio Graffiti from Tema Community 1 police station. And this one says, more fire. Greetings to you and your crew. We have a great talent. We have great talents in some villages, and this video, KKK. We also say, Mutala, please tell Mr. Chum that the Ghana Premier League was so good that was the reason why Faisal was able to sell all the players he mentioned. You should mention some of the players sold out from the Ghana Premier League and the amount since that time they took over. Okay. Where is to say, please ask Mr. Henry for me. I'm at Suhum and two of my children, age 10 and 8, are very interested in playing football, but I don't have money to take them to academy. So how can I benefit from this infrastructure he is talking about? Please, he must help. Charles from Suhum, Amanase.
Amanase, okay.
Yeah, also Niska, but the money in Bobo Panty. Academy now, no better benefit be.
No, it's open.
Okay.
I don't know their ages.
Was it 8 and 10?
8 and 10. 8 and 10, they're
okay.
Because they should be at the junior high school level.
Junior high school, at least.
At least.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, say good morning, Mutala and your crew. It's Prosper from Nungwa. In fact, let's call a spade a spade. I don't see this Man United team picking a point against against Man City at the Etihad. Okay. This one also says, good morning to the team. You guys didn't mention Joe Debra of Happy FM. This is OG1 Ghana. Okay. Talking about those who know how to play football.
Brekum Polo.
Don't let this man go without asking him all that he used to say against the previous FA of not doing. And if don't let him go without asking him what he used to say about what the previous FA was not doing. Mr. Hart, yes, now cast a previous FA, no munye say, other than Sisonka.
Okay, what are the issues? No, even I want perspectives. You see, that's why I said you don't fall for shallow arguments. Perspectives. What did I accuse the previous FA for? Me, I inherited a department without structures. You know, in the past, FA products being ubinyano as ube access as easy as you are. You have today. Maybe by the structures I have put in my department, we have a studio, we have this, and then Ghana national team too. You can sit in the comfort of your home and see everything that is happening. That is happening in the team's camp. Was that the case in the past? No. So I spoke. I am responsible for every single thing that I said in the past. I will never run away from the things I said. Yes, I am of the opinion that appearance fee shouldn't be paid to management committee members. That is my opinion. This is the first time I'm speaking to this issue on radio. That is my opinion. Over here said, Nancy, before the demo, no more confirm me old videos, no more born, no more dimatem. I honestly don't care. I stand for the truth. Even at gunpoint. Mindim da me free as I see so, but I will forever stand for the truth. If I say I don't agree with something, Mutala, I come to this company and I don't agree with certain things. But I am not the decision maker. Or the company is not run with my vision. The best I can do is to suggest.
Okay, Mate, Mr. Hart, the church mono, and he say what church must he will never run away from what he said in the past. Regular listener by a long time, not texting, just loving your discussion this morning. This is Yaya the Hamless from Ashaman, Roman down. We say, good morning. This is my first time texting. Thank God it's Friday and we shall allow cash out because our alert is being expected. Jordan Akatapori. Maybe allow cash out to her. No, Jordan, Josiah is a good player, very tactical and a good passer of the ball, but only on FIFA games. Just I catch you be so sending message. And castle in ball.
FIFA games and PS4.
PS3 name PS4. Greetings, boss. Good job. Kotakosha, I left the league this year. Man United, no size. My name is Champion Live Boy or Best Dressed from Nungwa Zongo. It's a great job, Mutala and your pundits. Well, we all had the desire to play football. Every aspiring player in Obuasi played on a black pack. In the year 2000, I had the opportunity for a campaign in Tamale for under 21. I remember after a good performance, then Nana Adu, my sports journalist, asked me of my agent. I was made to know I need backing to progress. I just knew I won't go further. Disappointed talents abounds in Ghana. Zaru, Sunderland, and way by. Where say Mutala, did you know that Erling Haaland was caught offside only once in the past 7 months? Hey, sir, I didn't know about that. This one says Josiah is saying he gave a pass and the player broke his leg. Then I think the pass he gave was a bad pass. I am Fosman from Sanglemi. I said, tell and they do that Liverpool will find it difficult to defeat Forest this weekend, and Beba can never quit Barcelona this weekend. Evans Goku, Nana Nom from Mepe Vota region, and I honor edit way by it. Phone lines this week are very active. We'll be to my friend now. Watch your Adri one semi abrubu sunyina 0201 825 252. Your bet 10 minutes and 9 minutes penny free hand master time. Hello, good morning. Udini baby akase free.
Good morning, Mutala.
Udini baby akase free. Ajana ne yemre ne konti ufra 30 seconds papa ni ekoye nim.
Mr. Henry Asante Mr. Hart, I was studio. But it's my duty, my responsibility to make sure we promote and project Ghana football. It is our ability to run Ghana football no.
Yes, yeah, that's it. We say, what is Pogba going to do in Guinea? He has spent all his life in France, so why would he spend the rest of his life in Guinea? In France, there are so many business opportunities he can go into. Those players who return to Ghana or Africa are players who left Europe in their adult or teen age. That is Kofi from Castle. Hello, good morning, Udini, baby, Akase free.
Good morning, Champagne phobia new.
Champagne phobia, Nyame Adam, Yanko 30 seconds.
My more about so many every president, every communication director, and Asante Chum. Pakate Yipa, na say name the person. I communication, all man and Tempena. Go phobia, phobia Muguma, Mutala Yakubu, Omo the credit money, no many other. Jomo, say, my that's what I'm the colony. All the Zemo 77 by diabolic, over bomba, Tomoka. Omo to go to Penalty said, I went in the Broku and the Ghana football, the Indian said, according to the pushing up when and Africa to the also. Go we had demonstration, only had communication with us. And so now I'm going to who bought the paper to Gambus who are 77. The beach says, you call Kuma. And the example of we almost had demonstration, you know, Kuma said, only demonstration at TFP. And the matter, I chat on bomb which I was yesterday, but from which all the moves I found a plan as it.
Yeah, that's it. I heard you people saying De Bruyne gave 3 assists last night against Luton, and after my investigation, it was 4 assists. And this is your boy Daniel Na from Adre in Ghana. 0201-825-252. NY and now time you really akaho. If say you special guest, and you be an Mr. Sante. Hello, good morning, Udin. Good afternoon, Poiriabo. Udin, baby, I can say
good afternoon, Mutala. Samini me frefila.
Same 30 seconds. You fire.
Masamba kuni say. I don't know sports winning. I am fine. Say umbrella back one. But department is just to do. It's not. Tabu I say and fanboy way now. It's me call. It is to me no. It's a move about Nigeria near the way our government sponsor and also sporting element. Yenye bisa. No say umbrella back one. Say na. Ejad nebe sidiano. Enya baku.
Yeah, that's it. We see, I'm listening to you live from Alajo. You never walk alone. 0201-825-252. Also, friend FAUD. But good morning, Mutala Ten Hag. I am Nanaya from Dakuma Junction, opposite MTTD. Inaki William struggles in Black Stars because our players don't compliment his run. Hello, good morning, Udin. Good afternoon. Then I make come morning, sir. Good afternoon, Udin. Baby, I can say free.
Mutala, good afternoon.
Yes, boss. Udin, baby, I can say free.
You're from Nana Adu, because I'm free for questions.
Nana watch 30 seconds, you fire.
Hey, it's Henry Asante Chumpana, I can say. Hey, Mutala, I come and mention you. This same man, they ask those times, our semper about pushing entity. Then, Ghana football, or say a man for your propaganda. Mention you, football, no study, the flat. Youth team players are. Few teams be Steadfast FC, Long FC, but those times no. Now, Obi to get John Pencil, should be Ofi. Yamiadum, and your Afrania Daruma. It's almost spread on the tentacles, and not almost of not. That is so the tablet. Your communication is very good, but he's been very far with the truth.
Yes, so yeah, that's we say good morning. I feel very sad for Pogba, such a talented player, and how he ended his career. I will be surprised if United get a win at Etihad. Hello, good morning. Udini, baby, I can say free.
Good morning, Mutala. Me did this Zochi Baba. Me can say free Lords Wembley Sports Plan.
Zochi, 30 seconds. Yanko.
Yeah, we did, mommy, 1 minute. We did the Henry Akanwa Papa. Only be or see some of the other countries, the government support the work. Because I was saying, Kolana Muko School, coach football, Kolana Muko School up to now. Muko School from Monday to Friday. Saturday, so classes again. That's our honor. All work and no play, make what? Trust me.
Jacket door boy, but that's it. It's also found here, bra. We say, okay. You better 2 pay account. I sorry. So we say hello, good morning. This is Abednego Hazard inside the winner. Osimhen to Chelsea is getting closer and closer. Thanks to our legend Drogba and Mikel Obi. Hello, good afternoon. Dini baby, I can say free.
Good afternoon.
Pachodin. Pacho lower radio set the Kakebi man. Not 30 seconds. Yanko.
Papa now kata na waya de papa wa pa. Hello.
Yeah, it's you.
Waya de pa sensa no be de na Ghana football de ko yi. Na mi pa ni chow di wa ma pala di wa ball so be ball na ni no ma ke de mi ta. Don't pa mi.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Good morning, Max FM. I'm Jerry inside 𝐒𝐏𝐎𝐒 𝐏𝐀𝐂𝐊. Keep up the good work. Wishing my lovely son Ivan Asari a happy birthday. Yeah, one last call. Nah, yeah, sorry, so yeah, Mr. Hattie, we cry. Hello, good afternoon. Would any baby I can say free?
Oh, good afternoon, Nano Feli.
Nano fair. 30 seconds. So yeah, my last caller. Yeah, fire.
Okay, Mr. Henry Ohana. O question now, Mutala, who be sir for the last time, and then now me to be. Share Master Share boy, even cry, got it together from me by TV. Share and Yama Ghana people, but they do some comedy idea. Share a do mandate all the radio stations. Over to another news, over to news because commentary number quiet and the chat and the program. But I do say advert dinner. Ghana football, yeah, almost the mom, yeah, baby mom, and so you want to nothing or no, I said, or no shot, tomorrow, except the door also, or some advert now because Opa and the away over Mutala, so your Monday, the whole radio stations on the airport, also on that picture, and the above air force, and to me, catch any semi-strano. Most of my people, what the Ghana football, papa, it is so moving on the bomber, or also all come on and advert to the bar. Most of the normal comedy, sir, all the most DHD, the Moko Papa, Ghana India, the chairman and not me person. The Uncle come any of my family.
Yeah, that's it. Now, not fair. Any of the see now. Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, to me, for course, the BM and count. Mr. Hart, Ghana for 30 seconds. They were tuning in. No. But in out of my any sorry 30 seconds pay.
Well, in conclusion, the Americans say omo free the omo kan yate ase. At the end of the day, obi aniwa say Black Stars ko ekoje World Cup ba Africa ba neninje. Ghana for say where we are in challenging times. The football industry had taken a nosedive. Because any free development and we were only focusing on results at some point. So we forgot to develop. You have to develop referees. You have to develop coaches. You have to develop administrators. And then you develop the main actors, which is the footballers. But we only free so now focus was on only results. They are Eto and Siciano and the ABC. And we are now inclined to go back to the grassroots, develop from the grassroots, and come back to the top. And that is what we are doing. There will be a sentiment, our share, emotions, our share, within the last 3-4 weeks. You free AFCON no buy. You see, achia ni muye. And I am very, very optimistic about our tomorrow.
Okay, Mr. Harry Asante Chumana, veteran journalist, or the communications director of the Ghana Football Association, giving us that education. Actually, to what I had a see, and you may share our start time so at 5 p.m. because Kumasi Asante Kotoko will be in action against an inform maybe any goal stars. Kotoko started the second round of the league with a defeat against Heart of Lions. Can they return to winning ways? And Mutala Yakubu and Edunka Josiah Quaye. And also Mr. Henry Asante Chumende show na ene die OP